busuafo ema munyina ha ema mu atsenasio na ya wada August so me da to so edu enkono 19th August 2021 and then na say ye di 2021 no mo ahanu aduasa baako and na 231st day of the year 2021 they say akana fo amako 134 days na ye dey afi 2021 no ye dey akwa wieye mini ansem bebre ene wo mu ye de ene ne enwono ni nyina funtuma fra na wo mu na wo anya bia de he na wo fa de he na wo peke minim sa wo be peke de ye de de no na so nyonyono de de ni nyina ka bomu ana boa emma abrabo no eye kama pa etimi eye akona bigiri yesa woni me ebe ya adwene e wo sa kwan no eso me kan fo e dia ma se nei wotu wonu mu wo hwe ni mu se wo bi na ebe me wani agede a ene esa abrei ene wa were ho bre sa wuti ho a wuti we ya wote me ni wo twen se BIAMAH ene ebe me mani age BIAMZ 1 na ebe me mani agede a ene emenua wa were ho mu a eno anu wawura no ena bi empanyi ka bibi se situation wo mu enei se de wo hunu ho enei no enye no ena betena ho no mafebo ebetwam problem bi a wo fam wo ha oni atete bi a wo fam dew bi a wo di no kan hunu se entena ho da sani empanyi ta kansa prompromente ho da no sa na tie entena ho afebo ebesesa na esesa no na esesa koyie mu ana esesa kobone mu Ninyina ejina anamo ahodo a wobetu so enne Tebeko ye ama wa ejina sie papa wobesi so enne yi Positive attitude a wode beko anim Positive attitude a wode betena ne ya wutimu enne yi no enno ene bebo ahwe se ade no ebetene anase ebegina ne ejina ana wobepema ko anim Media de meka chawane se situation bi a wo mu no muani nye esanse nyame fa kwan bi so ade asiesie ama bibipa bi nyame fa kwan bi so ade ato woni bi nyame fa kwan bi so ade akira wo se ba bia wo no enye obi a na nya asa kwanya ne betena ho enti se wo ho a ye bibi ye de mfa so ebebere wunua na se dachi bi ne se wo free sa te bia no mu a wunua bi susu ahunu mabo because wa hunu obi mabo obi so hunu mabo sa na tie Befa kwenye so asamu akwa ba bio sonko edi aba 100.9 FM so me 19 wasugo a wutie no production crew aya crowd headed by Joe Damia Doma Jerry Osachima e boy frame abankro no so tua fan we try ya to mu live say wo hwe e wo Facebook aya 100.9 FM live and na wo ko YouTube so despite media Ebusi abetime do comments ne wo messages afa hono na yakenkan na kama ebresem edi ama o wotime ne san so a your WhatsApp line e wo ho 0503721744 0503721744 ebekenkan bresa fatam edi ama yesra yempatem ne die ene kasantwi bia ma okasa no emu mmere nyam na eho entemekenkan kama edi ama Abusi amidi ede MAAME BIAMAH AKWAFO betimi afra me BIAMZ 1 BIAMAH brofo da woman gadama mi so jani nyina afra me amejo so me na message me dey ti up to ne mama bibia iko yie ko sisa no nan ebebo nyame yado na no nan bo pepepa me nia ola Michael so ba beji adwa na ono so agye ntata ede yen akofie enti ne se free sabre iko de me no wa e na ye kan bom na ya hwe so ye ba bedi kaso bom na obia kire ne swag papa e wa ha and then some dear Dawson, some bebre, and a guapono so and ye better send a service panico na high. A yamanyo and ye, Sabin young crony ebebo and then yum yebeto. A yamanyo and ye babaye. It is a when you'll be a yama, you know you'll be a quadra manja, Mr. Wa, Neja, watching who could day, when ya buffona, when ya tim didier. No, one more yamanyo, no one more beba, any idea be seeing. Nina ya near the bois on my gun and cost and an inch and any me damn one basis. Me koba pepe pa kanawu ye de bremo ene de kanawu man ko ba bia mia medium ena me bowura ye etiene ye bebawura ensantwerefo mu ensoso eti try me say sia enko ba bia me batawu
in these terrorist groups and not for example the Republic of Ghana And so they would criticize how our democracy does not work and it does not deliver. They will criticize how they are waiting for jobs, but those jobs will never come because the government will never be able to deliver. They will criticize how they can take certain things happening in society and use them as examples to radicalize. All these become the techniques of radicalization. They become the techniques of, if you call it, undermining what we are, what progress we have made, and what we have achieved. People should not assume that there is no jealousy that in the Fourth Republic we have maintained and sustained political stability. We are not like other places where people are arrested and locked up. People don't want to see a country, and when I say people here, I'm referring to these terrorist groups. They are envious that when there is an environment in which every country is suffering under the weight of terrorism, Ghana continues to stand stable. It's not to create the mistake of allowing people to fall into the hands of terrorists, but that every day we work together to overcome those challenges, right from local government level to national level, to prevent that radicalization, which then makes people to fall into the hands of these groups when the possibility of recruitment arises. Let us continue with the effort of delivering good governance. Military or security is one, but it is more about the delivery of good governance. Let in every village and in every community, even when we have challenges, let us continue to engage one another in which people know that there is a collective effort, both formal and informal. Continue to allow you in the media to have the space. Even when you criticize, it should not be interpreted as negative. It should be interpreted as constructive to help the accountability process. Let's continue to deepen democracy.
I said that taking a pen and redrawing the regional demarcations is nothing. You cannot just create regions in name. The regions must be worthy of being called regions. And it is infrastructure that makes a region a region. If you go to Tamale, you know that this is the northern region. If you go to Bolga, you know that this is the Upper East region. If you come to Nalergu, it's a shadow of a region. We don't only need the district regional boundaries to be redrawn, we need regional infrastructure so that when you come, you say, yes, this is the Northeast region. Once you pass Nalergu and you're going to Bunkurgu, it will take you ages to get there. If you're going to Cherponi area, the road is so bad through Wapuli and other places. We need to improve the road network, provide water for people, healthcare services, education. That's when we will say that, yes, we really have gotten a region for ourselves.
I described it as an afterthought. I mean, this government didn't come to, take infrastructure seriously. I think that the experience after the last election is what has geared them to, want to put something on the ground to show that they've done infrastructure too. The thing about hospital is not a one-size-fits-all. You do a survey of the population and you put the health facilities based on what the need is. Because we want to see what is going to be the source of funding, what scientific thinking has gone behind the building of those hospitals. For instance, there's already confusion over two cities that are close to each other. And salt has already been cut in one for a hospital, and under 111 there's supposed to be another hospital. And these are almost twin cities, virtually a few kilometers apart. So why would you be putting two hospitals in the same catchment area? So I don't think that the thinking has been done carefully. And so they need to look at it again and make sure that it fits the needs of our people.
What you know is a mood. But intimate and can say be a person and answer answer. Nanso bibia wo hoi. The o person ko kumase no entu anamu edikan a ugina fa ko onko. On film room say ye poko do baby next scan anso kra. Ye be say wa hyase. Ene baby e befa anakon e befa so etimi aso manaso no. Ye be ye. Ena say okoye ne scan bi kan so etimi de ye nyoma bebre e kan. Ntime me de en say on hyase. The best one so ni nya say ye be hyase obi e be un say ya hyase ene unwie kra na okopa emwefi bebi a nipa ni hu bebi a wabomodin ekodu na oboawa enye den na unfiti ase kra na okoka we nyina kire obi a nipa ne nkasa ho nti eye ye hyase say be so na say enso no ye hyase a na ebe hu na vaccines ebe enkoye COVID vaccines nkuto esan se o men use vaccines different bebre ya sha say fit to say polio, measles, yellow fever, diphtheria, sa 13 killer diseases e de no kra sha say na bi be kan kra ebe sentima anya COVID de mpo na yes yellow fever, measles na de abibia ya de mayen kwada ebe boy it must say a very good idea. So to me community sikano na ye dia Ghana na che say ko enimpa nti adwempa na president dia ba no ebe adisrede na afi esan so no kan one can say COVID no can say vaccine production mimi hu say enko COVID abebe tina ba say COVID kre betwem na san yarwa 13 killer disease am boss yi e wo hokra mpo da nti yentimi anya hwe kra na ye no ebe bo man Ghana papa.
No one can deny Prime Minister Cameron his right to make policies, take initiatives, or make statements that reflect his societal norms and ideals. But he does not have the right to direct other sovereign nations as to what they should do, especially where their societal norms and ideals are different from those which exist in Prime Minister Karam's society. I, as president of this nation, will never initiate or support any attempts to legalize homosexuality in Ghana. As a government, we will abide by the principles enshrined in our constitution, which constitution is supreme. Let me also say that whilst we acknowledge all the financial assistance and all the aid which has been given to us by our development partners, we will not accept any aid with strings attached if that aid will not inure to our interest, or the implementation or the utilization of that aid with strings attached would rather worsen our plight as a nation or destroy the very society that we want to use the money to improve.
9 years have passed, but anytime we celebrate the anniversary of his departure, we're reminded of the values and principles he extolled and lived by. A leadership of service, a leadership of compassion, of integrity, of humility, of sacrifice, and unity. Although his presidency was unexpectedly short-lived, his legacy and record remain unmatched in the annals of our nation's history, and I'm honored to have played a humble part as his vice president and head of his economic management team. President Mills demonstrated that one could rise to the highest position in life and still be a humble, modest person. Power never changed Professor Mills. He actually changed power. He changed the direction of power by giving it back to the people who gave it to him.
Area abusuafo kana wu ebre na aso no na me fa kwanya so na me dia sede ni kan bia ama obi bia menua be ma nya nchen kura me dono yie ankasa danso nyankopon edono eche me die ni ntino otonsa efre no begya me da munyina sinyame enhira mo pa wai wadwen sa odon so abeba enka achi fa bra na mejeje begusua ya mejeje nsan abode ye no aha wo enkachi kuran san body and enkachi sie ndi akosi awie ya ayayi awie na so san body and meguso aya meje memo akwa baba kana wuso e wo 100.9 FM na no so ko da me ne ma me firi mu wakoya yesie no kama ke nyina ekoja na ogusu agensan abode ye no wonyi nwie ye sa na me so me na me de ne ye fresh oda me de ne ache kakra me na me de ne ye fresh me gusu oje etu oda me so oje ne de ye etu unim se wuni uhuni abedu uhuni me mpe gidigidi bia nya fe na bia mzi betie obedu ho na madam ni ho eti bedi uhuni boko oba ya na ne eja oda me enuru so kro befra wo de mabonso ano this one fans abode na ma me so ya na ma miao ate ase ho Ninya just by the way. Ya mo akwaba sonko ediaba Neat FM so kana wu ebre na so ye de ye nka wu ye kan ya tena se ye bedi nchini boto be aduasa amen ansa na obo ade atonsa ede afre ye edi so far as ye tia se de ne ye be ye be boa mo man ka na timi akọ na nim na nkuto ye be ye ene na me se kana wu no me de ba ye nkasamia madwuma iso ensantwere adwuma no na Ghana Psychological Association for GPA Woma ye research bi ana survey bi na sa survey na woma ye in fact me ho adwire me aye me hu Paul Sika ewie me mo aha o danche we manje anka ne ya ye yimadi me boss no Paul Sika ewie me ma good afternoon one o wife Salome me ma munyina good afternoon me gidi ye sam ho ye pa na ebusia the American nyina ene say Ghana Psychological Association for omo aye survey na survey na omo eye no ano ohye omo aye survey na edi afa enwumakuo mienu ensantwere adwumakuo no na bambo enwumakuo no na meme ye ensantwere ni ntine me ebo akọ ensantwerefo side ho no enti sa survey no we men kasa enkumu asoboa me kwa homa so na yensaka national president ya wono na eda Ghana Psychological Association no osan lecturer ewo University of Ghana Legon Dr. Collins Bedu Ajimai yene no ehwe enkomo Dr. Ajimai ewie ye mo ha emo akwaba eba Neat FM mementi so
ya mini abia
empom te say
onyankopon adaroma ye ho
yo nyame adom yenso ye ho ye pa doc edie ne beba ama odwumayeni sebe ebre bi bedru a obenya emotional constipation
me say asemfua mu edu kakra nanso eye ade a enye den kra se obia benya mu ntiase wo bra ya chechire mu no obia wo ye adwuma wo se bibi koso na ebia enkoyi a utumi efi wakomam eka ho asem utumi kire wadwene na wow ema unya apomuden papa ye ka apomuden a enye se bia wenya malaria atidi ana se bia ye te sanko a emo se ne wuti papa ukwe.
Hello, doctor.
Me ya bamba jo to
aha meton kana position hu ye kakana eduru ba bia homa ne hwehwesi kakra.
Okay. Enti ye na me kan se ye ka apomuden a enye se bia wo malaria ana wo ati ene be kan no enko an se bia wo ntie ho na mom eniji a wo bra wo ye adwuma kwan a wo se wo be kire wadwene nkoyi a nyina eka onipa yie ewu adwuma mu na o ya amoye na wo mo ho modern pa mo ka ho na ya amaibuo nye ye wo ho de ro ema foforte yesese eto aso sakaya ho yesese banana aba nanso emo adwuma na efe bi wo ho a minya mo so nkenten so pa na hwe obi a ebia field ebeka se field journalist yesie no de ho ama ne aba mpempi ebi ho ana nkwanhie bi asi nkwanhie si a yese mo na sese mo bodi kan ekodu ho first beka se first news mo ko ne ko tene kane ansa na mo mtwa ho mfuni a mo de amaye yina ye fudi etifanese bia nkwanhia na asie na asimasi ana obentin journalist ekopi ho a saa enema wo yina no oye nipa enya na so nkentenso otwa ho mfuni ye ntwehwe mu a ye ne kiresi nipa bebre na wo ho a enam adwumaso amo ye ene hu nsusanso nti wankasa yi di no enya won so nkenten binom wɔ hɔ a wɔntumi nna ɛwɔ bere a wɔayɛ stories ahodoɔ ebi a obi a yɛabuse no rape case bi accident scene bi ehunahuna bi ne nea ɛkeka ho ɔda a wɔntumi nna bi wɔ hɔ a na abɛhu sɛ mfoni ahorow a wɔahu wɔ bere a wɔyɛ n'adwuma no egyina n'ani so journalist dodoɔ na ɛkɔ saa tebea a ɛte sei no ɛno na nkyɛn sɛ yɛhwɛ journalism industry na efi bɛyɛ sɛ 2010 ɛreba no akɔ soro paa nipa dodoɔ na private journalists adɔɔso ama private organizations in terms of media nso adɔɔso na bere a media agencies ɛɛdɔɔso no ɛkyɛ sɛ nipa dodoɔ a wɔyi ɔsɛn yɛahorow ɛɛdɔɔso sɛ wɔn dɔɔso die no ɛyɛ ade a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛhyehyɛ no yie nti wohwɛ HR department a ɛsɛ sɛ wɔhwɛ sɛ obiara yi die te sɛn nneɛma ahorow a wohia no ɔde ayɛ adwuma te sɛn sɛn ne yɛtu afoforɔ ka wɔn a wɔyɛ adwuma no wɔwɔ anigyeɛ ebi wɔ hɔ a ɛɛtetee wɔn mpɛn pii no media agencies no yɛnni proper HR directorate and department a yɛakyekyɛkyekyɛ wɔn mu a wɔyɛ adwuma a ɛde afoa wɔn a wɔyɛ adwuma ɛki media houses dodoɔ no a anhyɛ ani hɔ nti adwumayɛfoɔ no yie no ɛkame ayɛ sɛ atɔ ape kakra ɛno da nkyɛn a woyi aban media agencies no a ebi te sɛ graphic GTV no ne ade a wɔn deɛ wɔyi wɔn anim ɛma adwumayɛfoɔ no ka wɔn ho bom ɛsɛte up union no nso yɛ a strategic agency a ɛboa challenge management ne ɛsɛ sɛ wɔyɛ na yɛ nyinaa yɛnya nkwani ne ɛsɛ sɛ wɔyɛ ɛna manya ahoɔden ayɛ adwuma a me mɛka nkyerɛ sɛ meyare abere a menyare union no nso ɛma na yɛpa ɛboa wɔn a wɔyɛ adwuma no nanso wɔyɛ nhwehwɛmu no yɛhunu sɛ private media agencies no ɛka dodoɔ no a obie ne hɔ a ɔma kyerɛ sɛ akwanya papa a wobɛtumi ayɛ dɛn ate uni na nka mpɛ sɛ adwumayɛfoɔ no yie die ne nsɛm ahorow a ɛsie ne nea ɛkeka ho no wɔtumi ayɛ dɛn aboa adi ho ma ɛno so yɛ ade a ɛmmoa sɛ woka ne nyinaa afuo a ɛmmoa ɛmma mediafoɔ no nnya ho kwan a bɛtumi afa so ayɛ dɛn ɛnya wankasa adwene akyerɛ w'adwene ɛwɔ kwan ɛfata so nti pempii no nsɛm bebree hyehyɛ wɔn bo nanso wɔntumi nka mekae sɛ wɔ berɛ a yɛyɛ nhwehwɛmu no obi ka asɛm baako meka no borɔfo ansa na maka n'akyi ɔse we tell the stories of others but we cannot tell our own nea wɔpa kyerɛ no sɛ yɛn mediafoɔ yɛka afoforɔ nsɛm ma wɔn nso yɛyɛ ankasa yɛ deɛ ntumi nka wontumi mmɔ so ɛfiri sɛ wokɔbɔ so yi woanhwɛ yi ana w'adwuma yi wɔ hɔ wokɔbɔ so yi ebia na ɔpanyin kɛseɛ bi a wɔwɔ pusi kɛseɛ bi na wafrɛ wo bɔs ne hunahuna wa woanhwɛ yi ana aka wahyɛ enti voice a yɛreka hyɛ nsɛm ɛhaw nanso ntumi nka ho asɛm no èyí nea wohwɛ aborɔfo kasɛm ne research psychology kwan so no yɛfrɛ no sɛ emotional constipation anaasɛ emotional labor ɛ sɛ nsɛm hyehyɛ wo bo nanso wontumi nka w'adwuma no nti ɛna afei so adwuma ɛnni hɔ no nti wokɔkan woanhwɛ yi a ade bɛhyɛnyɛ
na kyerɛ sɛ nsɛntwerɛfoɔ nneɛma bi ha yɛ nso yɛntumi nka ho asɛm na hyehyɛ yɛ bo hyehyɛ yɛ tirim enti ka yɛntumi nka ho asɛm na na ɛmɛ yɛ develop saa emotional constipation no
saa pɛpɛ na ɛyi mɛfi asɛ wohwɛ a nneɛma ahorow a yɛhu yɛ deɛ ɛbɛka no sɛ findings no ɛdɔɔso ebi ne sɛ mediafoɔ journalist ne bi wɔ hɔ a ɔmo develop depressive symptoms ɛsɛ ɔmo hyɛ aseɛ bɔtɔ ɛnam nea adwuma no ɛho nneɛma ahorow bi obi asɛm ɔkaeɛ ne sɛ ebia na ɔyɛ news anchor ɛnam sɛ nhyehyɛ papa ni hɔ HR procedures na yɛamoahu ne sɛ woyɛ news anchor a w'adwuma nie sɛ ne sɛ woyɛ w'adwuma fa obiara tumi to ne nsa hyɛ ne bɔtɔm adeɛ kyee a ɔsɛma yi hɔ kɔtena stores afei yɛyɛ wo sei a woanhwɛ yi a ebia na news ka TV so no hye wani die e ma unya internal motivation to work na say yi wo firi ho putupuru a ya de a wudi agora wa nhwe a adwendwen ene kodɛ na ene ne ma ebi no nya such depressive symptoms obi nso wo hɔ a na ebi ahunahuna sorry bi wo hɔ a wayɛ a wɔde bɛtu dwa a ɛbɛboa Ghana ɛbɛboa ne community nanso obi a ebi a ne position ti na wafrɛ no ahunahuna wo nti woda a wona usuko sɛ wanhwe yi a wo nkwampo yɛde ato esane mu yɛsaa behu sɛ ebinom nso wɔ hɔ a will go through a situation we call occupational reality shock. Woba be remedium no onim sɛ nyesitie. Ohunu sɛ bi a maame BIAMAH AKWAFO what dress kama what twitwi w'anim na ate hɔ a ofi sɛ adwuma no ɛho de nti na da bia w'anim sere nanso bia na bibi kɔ so ɛwɔ maame BIAMAH AKWAFO abra bomu a ɛnam adwuma no mmerɛ nti nsu ɛwɔ TV ɛnyɛ kora na wɔ sere na kyerɛ sɛ watumi ayɛ de abɔ ato akɔ so nti ebinom wɔ hɔ a wobɛhu sɛ wɔn emotions no wɔsɔprɛse nea ɛkɔ so ankasa wɔn abrabɔ bia nea ɛsɛ sɛ wɔda no adi ma ahwɛfoɔ ne atiefoɔ ani deɛ na no nko ara na ɔde mmom nea ɛkɔ so wɔ n'abrabɔ mu yɛ adeɛ a ebi ɛma ne werɛ hɔ ɛma ne bɔtɔ nanso ntumi nna no adi ɛnam sɛ adwuma no mmra ɛmma ho kwan na ne nyinaa akyi no ebinom ɛkwan a wɔfa so edi saa nsɛm ho dwuma no yɛfrɛ sɛ behavioral state ɛnyɛ obi wɔ hɔ a wɔde nsanom bebrebe nkanka mmeranteɛ no bi ebi nso wɔ hɔ no koraa na ɔmo ɛsumoki ebi a na ɔmo di nkɔmmɔ no ɔkan kwan a wɔfa so edi saa nneɛma ahorow a wɔhyia no ho okohu nneɛma a ɛmu awerɛhosɛm ne adeɛ saa da no nti ebi na wayɛ fine na ne tumi boa no ma ne da na ɔno nyɛ papa obi nso wɔ hɔ a ebi a otumi sum ɔkɔhyɛ baabi kudɛɛ na ɔsum ɛnam ɛnɛyɛ adeɛ ɛhunahuna ɛne nea ɛkeka ho a ɔrekɔ mu no ɔntumi nka ho asɛm ɔka ho asɛm a ofiri mu a ɛhe na ɔkɔ ebi a ɔhwɛ bi a ɔzizi a mo a mobɔ adwuma so na mogyina mo nan so mo nɔɔso nti sɛ ofiri baako ɛkɔ mmienu kɔ mmiɛnsa a asa ebio na ɔrekɔ nti na agya wayɛ mo a na waka n'ano atum na ɔkɔhyɛ ne dan mu a na ɔsu a gyina ne n'ahwehwɛ anim a na ɔsu kyerɛ n'ahwehwɛ eyinom na yɛfrɛ no sɛ ventilation ɛkwan a ebinom fa so edi saa nneɛma ɛho dwuma ebinom nso wɔ hɔ a wɔde social media ɛnam nea ɛkɔ so no nti bere nyinaa ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ occupy sɛ wante sɛ ɛyi wɔ ha anaa madamfo wei yɛ wɛde anaa madamfo wei yɛ wei nyinaa ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔm at least ɔwɔ hɔ a ɔne afoforɔ bɛbɔ na atumi aboa na ma ayɛ dɛ ɔhaw ahorow a wɔrekɔm no ne werɛ fi eyinom nyinaa yɛ nneɛma ahorow a yɛhuuyɛ ɛfa mediafoɔ bra yɛ ne mo bɔ nkɔmmɔ na yɛgye ebinom nso adwene ɛfa sɛnea wɔn adwuma ɛno esiteɛ
enti na kyerɛ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ sɛ anka bi ansantwerɛfoɔ ansa na ɔba bɛwura adwuma no mu no bra wabɛwura mu a wogu so a woyɛ adwuma no ɛwɔ mu a ɛbrɛ bi so a wɔse yɛtumi ɛma wokɔyɛ biribi a de psychological counselor na biribi a ɛte saa ɛyɛ
ɛnoa pɛpɛɛpɛ ɛna waka no ɔn sɛ sɛ yɛyɛ research a ewiase nyinaa research ɛna ma communities countries develop research ɛna boa ɛma yɛhu sɛ adeɛ wei sei na ɛma ɛsiteɛ yɛyɛ ne sei a ɛbɛboa ma yɛnya nkwa anim ɛkame ayɛ sɛ wɔ Africa ne Ghana ne mpɛn pii no yɛntaa mfa research no ɛnni dwuma ɛwɔ kwan yɛn sɛ yɛde ti ne nti a yɛyɛ saa research yi no ne yɛtu mpɔ ne sɛ yɛbɛma yɛhu ntokuro na mmom atu mpɔ ne sɛ sei na ɛsiteɛ dɛn na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛyɛ nti maame BIAMAH AKWAFO anaa yɛ akɛse ɛne mu nuanom a ɔmkeka ho kwaa mesɛfa kan abɛɛku nia ɛbɛyɛ dɛn na yɛtumi abɔ saa nkurɔfoɔ yi nyinaa ho ban ɛbɛyɛ dɛn na yɛtumi akɔ so aboa ɔno anya a good well-being na ɔbɛ adwuma a n'ani agye ɔpɔn no ɔkɔ fie a n'ani agye na ɔmfa abufuo no amfi adwuma mu ankɔ fie nti nakwan akwankyerɛ a yɛn nso yɛde mmaeɛ at the end of the research sɛ yɛdi kan ɛnyɛ yie koraa no na bosome bɛyɛ sɛ mmiɛnsa ɛkɔsi nsia biara mu no media owners na yɛkasa wɔ Neat FM so ebi fi Asante Mampo ne despite if you are mo ase mpanyinfoɔ sɛ ɛka ɔna ntia na aka ɔtɔ The media despite a boy, Nana Bosumi and Sakusi, the Almamuna go through psychosocial. Nay, a quine papa.
Hello, doctor.
Yes.
I no kind na humanity twom kakra. Now see be go through the psychodian.
Aha, into the na can say. You see a year casa will need FMC. Suggestion back one medema yenya penny F. Onufiri amoa se mimi fi asante mampo. And penny for say account 19 na account. It me pese minya despite. Ene Father Dixon, omomo kwampa, moye dinkafo a nipa bebre hwemo. Ese bosome miensa ekusi bosome nsia bia no. Yama go through psychosocial support. Psychosocial support.
And no in which form?
Pini psychologist. Normally montenase. Normally say mo dwuma yem net saying experiences bi ho amakuma mo behia mo a na mo ahoro esese wo ho no mo de amamo. Ene ni kan. Ye to so bio. Esese ye share the HR structure. Ekwan a ye fa so manage adwumayefo. No munya anigye, no munya akade ahoro mo hia no matimi dia ye adwuma no. Media agencies na see a proper HR structure that me aboam. Ye to so me nsa, minya afu money. Say, you are all year juma. And so Ghana Journalists Association, any journalism institute, no. Emira so say, one be introduce mental health component of the curriculum. Now yet to me aboa amamo hu senior journalism adwuma ni what are some of the consequences a human deba? Na yaya hoboa papa ahead of time. The uchrechu nipano bra oceans and human say journalist no. Na wo hu adwuma nani so pepepa. E boa no mo ya hu si papa. It is ukurum na sha se ba ohun ni die kakra. Unim bra eseso we dey or requesting for support if free na adwuma ye ho anas obekọ hospital bi ti 37 call the boost net. Na wakwa ko psychologist no ade afobo enu chi kra no se se ankrankra bia ehwe onu ana poludi tempo adwuma na ma support na wa un se ori ya me ye e kamia ye se atena me nchen ache enyam ton kentens wo mesrawo wanan kokolebu wasnet for 37 konyaho. Any of these hospitals are psychologists. Opening one, I mean, we should say, almost the more a suit the mount, the watch me a coswat and I say, any one day I wait my family.
Doc, Major Mwakobat, we may miss a natures and can interview no man, no one your crack and for source. I didn't appear more until Mokoya Sanjim.
A simple. Oh, say, following you more who do be breaky. Yeah, well, I found there be a friend say industrial and organizational psychology, and I said business psychology. One day, they say or share.
Hello. Hello, Doc.
Pacho, it's the na mature and say psychology. Yeah, well, I found who will be brave. Yeah, well, offer back or a share a juma sem. Said the bear, man, you been young queen, if you may fool be near any dear, a beshe a jumay for mankind crow enemy a kick. And you sab, a sa of fano, and what yes, a Debbie, who has sent a Ghana media a young queen, Nipa Bibri, a comb, and they send a media for Monsumo Boa governance structure and economy. No, a camea yes, a butcher when share compa research do na ya ye no aya na ye yi wasi nchen ye be hwe bank for ye be hwe mining for ye be hwe telecom for nanso mo ye nya research en share say mo pomuden to say from a psychological point of view we hia de ahoro wa adwuma mu tsen eno na ma sa research si ana me ankasa me ka ho e bo pini se da bi ye de ni be si media for so me ahwe kwan a ye betumi atem adwuma na fe ne ya hwe kwan a ye betumi ahunu akwantibi ahoro a muhia ene afi suggestions ahoro a ye betumi di agu akwan etumi aboa mu nyina amamotimi anya enkwani eno ene pia yen e ma ye san hwehwe mu no eno achi no onipa bi te se Kevin Carter aboni din Kevin Carter oyobi a no journalist enam experiences ahoro a okom no enam se wenya mo abianti enya no so nkentenso ama sabi oji ono ane kwafri ni nsem wo hwe Ghana ha ya hwere atitu a no ye media practitioners obi ti se wo the late Komlaju Moseya na wo hwe ono ane post mpo a just before sabi owu ya nsem bi ho keka ya na kire se or go through a lot of experiences or time and in the kika ho a ni na na betumi aba se na enya ne so nkentenspo se ukoso ekosa anyema mu na wodwendwen ho na wanya mo a wanhwe ye betumi ama wanya BP betumi ama wafili kra se ede be kra adwuma na da bia me sori a high ni nyina ya de betumi anya so nkentenspo enti yadwin we nyina ho ne hu se dabi ehu hia se ebe study bi sei na yetumi aboa ama media industry no enyankwani mu ewo kwan paso eno na ma ye sa atisian we sei
yeda mo asese mutu sa na mo ne sanse mo bie ye ni ewo niema bebre eho de bi sanse Ghana Psychological Association for yenya ntiese na wotwe mo de ye moda na wotwe ye mo na wotwe enokre
so enokre pa
eti dia nhye na mo ye
wada no ne lunch ye na ifri juada no eko nyina no there was campaign there your friend said the 10 persons campaign ya patra ne say yenka psychology ene enipa ahobammo eni sesienya we abrabo psychology yenka won pedu the panga semchi pedu a menhye saa nipa du no so nkran no so na wofi mu nyina no ne ye
hello
kusuku ahodo
hello doctor hello doctor
pacha otemenka
saa 10p campaign no ho de no amaye na lines ne edwetwagu ntim pacha sense so dua bie na obi a wotie ye ono so afa ato ne kotodwam
isisu
hello 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 doctor hello aha abakakra but still as a much eye ochichi
pacha otemenka fe
me pacha metonka aha
nyaye kan say yenka mental masem inchire inipa yenka to be a stress na se a mental health they be a adwuma horo a wo ye doso ama afi unhu da bi a won sha free the preference work overloader and see a mental health situation obi o ho a na bi a bibi esese wo ye mo ye so anxious nya wo ya and see a mental health situation obi to me frustrated, especially there are some leaders even in this country out of frustration omo officers omo de adwuma no mo de kontokwa ni na ye mental health situation inti ye ka mental health enye obi a wabodam enye no kre bitimi atu ya e peso obi a ka ansem atiti sei ekire ni padu o ka kire ni padu a e omo so nkran no omo so nkan kire ni padu eno ne campaign a ya mounto yankopon ya adoma ekina enyina ye hia wo University of Ghana Kofi Bra Hall na ya ye public lecture na same thing say the mental health state of Ghana. And then why do we say psychological well-being is the bedrock of nation building? And only public lecture etna no 9 pepe ye sha se ne ama na Ghana fu nyina to me ehunu edwuma so a psychologist say ye more chance omo betumi aye na enema horo te say suicide, corruption, any youth agitation or crime benzo na psychology betumi edi hu dwuma ye mmere kra ene ya de a etna ebeba so no 9 ewo University of Ghana Kofi Bra Hall.
Say nansan uhwe we be ma no de seka wo ne yire kunu oba no de due kontiba de aboni kunu ekwachi akunu ne ewuwo ni nipakumu a ekoso ni nyina ye psychological problems a ebinum FM wo mai mu
Dodwana are underpinned by some form of psychosocial challenges. And Tina, boho de rose, mental health issues that may be another pandemic. If the MAAME so sure, come here, see a sha, see, while with me account side a horror, be a bit a moon of fra, a moon penny, a moon a jumayu penny for any keka home. Anya may coswa, na say pay attention a bit me ama o unique at Ghana. Pushe man te kwa na oma sorry youth agitation. Psychology if we say group think say nku ahoro start so or dwina bomu a e ya de as wo nyina ka wo hu boma no amount of personnel can even stop them. Enu nyina ye nyoma ahoro psychology treat okwan ye betumi afa so atisa nyema yase ene ni betumi aye ni betumi aboa. Recently, and Yamaho Recoso, the social media post, who being some of better the atoho, attended the beba, some man to quad the big guho, in I and Yama to me, moving and walking for Kumemu. Enumi and Yamaho Ra, SSC, and Nicoho, and more frank to our who is internet, dear, dear. Nuisance sounds what is saying. The answer say, woohoo, now woohoo, now betting student, and Yamo bits me, I know. Inu yentu menye inu nyina ye nyoma horo esese mi hu se betumi anya nkentenso e wo nipa sane usi dwene sane usi tenkafa ene sane usi suban horo a usi danwe enti se wo hwede a psychology will be esese e offer enu nti ne pese obia e give some kind of consideration so ye ma psychologist a chance near more budgetary allocation. You could pay attention there near support you or more. It me a lot of the problems in our communities about form.
Okay, we are bedo ase.
Eso me da ase mame.
Yo. I was young for penny I would say in Kenya Dr. Collins Bedu Ajamai or national president or the Ghana Psychological Association and no or sign a lecturer moi at University of Ghana Lagos. On our TC and no airborne mofa Hishemua Ghana Psychological Association one more a year efa Ghana and Central for NFA Bambo for a home. But since Central for you can't crawl for home sampa, Nelson Juan Becca BIAMAH ye come for a rather boy and Central for ni come for her. What background or problem? There's how the problem to baby now make sure say or man for mutia one more show TV so one more ni aje. Abba eduma beni. Na we nyamia memu a nyamia mema se beti afo adwenem wo problem bo on motimu sensentre ni alapa no pa je se oni ska so na okosorti for fans okosorti for sika e de abeboa obi no so kapre ni boto ya brenti Ghana Psychological Association for ya damwase papa se me ba mo so metiefo ai kada wu no e na yeguso no na wo wankasa wo ba befere no what face ana wo face psychological problems be issues be ana te bia ho no ase wa firi ni party biem na akote bia foforo bi maniema wankasa wo ye kra wo timu se eniema yifa kwan mu enso kakra nu botom na waso aye sinte no na wo ye wo fa bibi mu saa ana say ena etie 0302243540 also free. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Maybe I join Messi and you didn't baby Afrifi. Yo, Nana Marco yet you. And council.
Asama upon a kind of dear. I am correct. Because you say Ghana had psychological problem. I will say yes, share no be check because who be no
one kasankasa where your personal experience and me perflo one kasa what go through be that born matimu say adie bi a wo ye to say ntiasie nim eso na wo ye
oh my mama say ni pe bia no le say bia ubufu a na say ubufu a do the car say them that no okay dey and go bo fu aka asa na ga dey on ka asa
e tora bi kra sika ni ubotom a ukọ fi ade anya bufo kra no aso mai ma bridi wa biri mu amo
ne prepare na me ka me ba me ma me menchi ba amu da da me ma tia na ka tell da na bu fufu dey me nya bi da because anya bro anya tia palawo eye kasa a ba kasa palawo
Mate meda sipi meda se oso betimi afre hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mama Biama.
Me pa cho dini baby afrefi.
Woman gada.
Papa.
Unkaila Jonas.
Yo, yeti yo.
Angada ba membo abaso. Any topic awde ba yi. We dey nya politics na me ye. Mr. Wa e pa cho edi to me pa abra ndisi wo so. Na me ho chime, Mama Biama. Mi so we mu a. So we more say o mean to me fade in mouth because me ho cheme me di ma na e bia the next moment me ho be cheme
meda sipi meda se oso betimi afre na wo de wadwenkyira ba 0302243540 hello
yeah o to say
nyame adom me ho ye pa na mba jo ho na me hia ni
wa uni no kre asam because Africa so ababi MP
yo no kre it you
oba we dey metro so oba mam tan na me experience we no wo ne Ghana for a share
mate boni ntiem
me ye obi asabe mani afira iti the year 2007-2008 our doctor declared say sabe mani no enya dia e dey ye bi ma di that time na oba menene oba akwala no so 3 years na oba no so eja akwala no to me so se onware bi okoye ma me biama imagine then ye may mean a den na or how ben and cool obeje di se me di sapokra bo a ye window a iron rod na so mu no se me di hye me ho akonfo because one many who are the two oba many things so obebo ameno okọ eja me eja kwala keto anso atome so enye nyame a amehye me ho akonfo we no mu bia ye nieme bia se wan fam pai bo ni nyame suro ani nyame somo a ya kosa situation this so me experience a e makobi mo eda na me ne moshi
mo
me ba no ewo 19 years
wow
yeah
no cross am bo abaso wate
that's it
bo abaso pa nyame hiraw Awusia obi na de ne experience atodwa no so betimi do de aba hello good afternoon
Ma'am Biama.
papa mpacho di ni baby afrefi
Ye pen 1D1F.
yo 1D1F it you
Ene mo bodwuma pa nta ukọ enu so. Ya few. Waba na ochina no ana se na ochina on kan body no. Me de beba.
mate ehu hia papa
na tuma ko ja wa ye no man se. Ndi se on kan body ende.
Se wi ase odwan nkọ a ne nwoma kọ twate ase
no
aha ndi me twen o
asa kwa no mako me na bo fi se tia mo si abo yo kuma mi chomu nyina mango ma she santrafo ma gbaduma pa ampa o she yen kwa ya se no kwa bono se o ka sem na san ko ya akina fe de o dwen ho na ni ayeshia no ya so na ayeshia no enye na mo santrafo so ya kwa na ayeshia na na mo santrafo enti ni awa research anwa ye no the same say we pay aduma na mo nkwa ho hia ye to concentrate for say sabe the margin antumi ankoya yan so ebe ha ye ye tile so omo mu ti ma mu fo mu tile so de ebe ha ko mu na mu ye neutral mu na mu jira na no kwali bia amayofo ye no say ye hu na mo de anya kukuti say no kwali a amawo amayo mu no munya kukuduru na munka anya se munta nutra na bibia nko ye na kana hu se adwuma na mo ye no mo gina nutia mo ye ne ye
ya da se onhira won so ya da se pe ozo betime de ode aba hello good afternoon ejani mo mera me pesa o ejani mo wo afra wo bisa se ho ani ejani mo pa bitio
Mwajuma.
Madase.
Hey. Ni pati timi bom sa fwa ke botom gura ni e ka si apia sa fwa kene. Ni ese. Wo tira no pasa. Nya damo, patu yire timi fi ho. Ata su kreator bi ya ukutade. Wo ukutade so anu na ojina na wo se chinipe. You any about the Buddha Sadi in the Kutao. And the no psychology in your own.
And in your beer.
Any problem,
Papa.
I'm going to make a trouble now. I didn't crowd and no kill press. Well, I wouldn't say Sikayana or the share. And so now you have moved all the other. So you say, Ukilipa, and okay, oh, that is a hand of the share. That what to near me, I want him with you with it. Oh, you said it. And this, I'm not telling you, maybe son, but we would have been one. What being high.
I said,
we are waiting if you.
It has a general, but as an emblem no famine swan a breme. Why, gentlemen, man, you'll be out there and you'll make you the ancassa. It defends one a bra. It has a general, Mamefa, last one, in Germanafe, Yanko, and some for so. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Bacho, didn't baby a free. Papa.
Ewo ni ebe mana na wuska we fit answer mine.
No, Ska.
Esem ba ni aba.
It's you.
On sa board yene die. E wo se de ba. Enso ka ejuma no ho.
Atia.
Ni aba. Me driver on. Na, do sometimes say ajinjini ba bibiri ba. Me ko ba bibiri bi wo se be fa no. Ko mo re me twem. It's a sergeant, you know, that was no son. But in your bar. Which is any more in our Eka Abrabono. No more Catamanto, you know, Catamantona, Abaye, Baho, this time in your Mamulia bar. Eka say, come aboard them. We should have seen Mukakusumus and the Kotakusumum. They could do Mammy Bia near Quest, he could do Mammy Guinness. Maybe I'm going to be no more coaching with Mammy Kobe. I say, me a young mamma and Mam Kobe.
When they are plan a wolf out him.
Yes, family meeting. It's the almost sucker and the Baba, if you Baba Boom.
Yadasi I was ya kana wu na kakra kra ye de eba awie ne ye messages kakra mo de abai na yemfa ento aso na fe yen sorry so e wo kana wu dwumedie no so Kojo Asempa Furniture Works and also we thank God for another opportunity. Master P, good afternoon, Mami Gada. The show is airborne inside London. Enjoying the show with Auntie Lucy. Akasia Kunedu Costaro Esposito Kwasibuate of Bremen, Germany. When you na akabomu amotie show no live. Salisu Setre anyway every power OT region. The Agenda 111 initiative brings tears of joy to my heart as hundreds and thousands are lifted out of poverty by creating sustainable jobs whilst improving our human capital. Thank you, Mr. President. Rudolph Anku and also from Dodowa. Good afternoon, my dear sister. They should pay our teachers now. A teacher for no humsi kapa. A teacher for what try and just watch it. Munchia ko, munchia ka. Ara wo ase fem sempa, sepa so ko teacher ne ka 4%. Abba. One ben a teacher for a year. Bedi Akubi Ebenezer as watching you live from Kintampo South Mansia, Ghana. Mr. President promised to build the National Cathedral. Later, he came to tell Ghanaians to contribute money to build. Agenda 111 is fake. If he build, I will kill myself. Hey, Yagulumpe no. Areas yes, what do I not done with a B and wow, I would not done with a B and wow, and the abasso was seems to swear, but I know Subeku. And not as a nyadi obeti me as ye. Eric Hakuna Matata Kofodia no different by no Mr. Mahama never conceded defeat for 2020 presidential elections, yet he is on tour thanking Ghanaians for what? What at all does JM want from Ghanaians again in regards to the Eastern Regional Chairman Hofo Paul Kwabena Amene and Honorable Michael Ochribefi? Bedi Akoba Mipi Ebenezer watching you live from Kentampo South, Mame. My kind of the end that mehu ya gulumpe. Yes, you okusi also better than Yashiawa, ni Diawa, any a debate. Tyler's Beth, you know, the time I saw Agenda 111 is ready now. President Nanado, Ejumeura, Aiko, by all means, will work hard to break the 8 in 2024 elections. God bless you, Mr. President, for your good policies. And come Foster, all the way for Achima Ayirebi, no, the people of Ofuansi Ayirebi under the Achimasa district are grateful for Agenda 111 hospital projects under our president Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government. The hope is still alive. My regards to Honorable Kojo Nkrumah. Akwasia Mweni and Wasimami BIAMAH. Good afternoon, Major Sopa. Welcome back, yo, Mate. Former President John Mahama and the NDC should give us a break because when they were in power, what did they do? Propaganda party regards to the incoming Eastern Regional NPP youth organizer Isaac Wuto and the Kwabena Paul Amene chairman. Positive change head away from Medina and was no corruption and looting happens in this nation now without the knowledge of the mother serpent of corruption. He is the leader, the champion, and the master planner of every single act of thievery and crime that goes on in this country. Regards to the defender of Medina politics, Alhaji Fela. Omaya Mello, Edway Free. So the people of Nsamodreji are yearning for a vibrant, energetic, and grassroots person like Mr. Daniel Enim to become the next municipal chief executive for Nsamodreji constituency. Greetings to Bafwa Jimansako, their incoming Eastern Regional Youth Organizer. And MC Adi Momere. Yahuza Edway Efri Swame and also the move by Utah to suspend their strike action after building a consensus with the government is very laudable and a big relief to the general university students body, and I believe the appropriate authorities as a matter of urgency will go to the negotiation table to find a lasting solution to their demands as captured in their agreed document. Gomensa Pilatu, Mami Soldier, former President John Dramani Mahama, Beba Power BMPA, dear Atemudambra. Greetings to Honorable Brian Echampon. And Rudolph, so the day Abba Noah the Ark Builder, so any also the Friko Komlemle, and our day Eba and Noah the Ark Builder, same. So who is talking like copy and paste JDM who goes to thank you Tor whenever he sees the competent Nana Baumia start storing their good works like Agenda 111 and other good initiatives. You can't think of it. Look, my sweetest mother, BMZ, there is no doubt Ghana is out of black and white JM. It's now in the hands of color TV, Nana Baumia, and we are all seeing the brighter future of Ghana crystal clear. So I say God bless anyone that gave MPP, the generational party, 4 more to do more. So I'm sure they shall help NPP break the 8. Teacher constitution, we are more saying Anando's achievements are killing the NDC slowly. Ghanaians should be very careful when dealing with the NDC because most of their leaders have PhD in propaganda. The NDC are enemies of progress because everything seems to be impossible to them, including the Agenda 111 hospital project. Greetings to Chairman Odenoho Kweku Apia. Samson Opoku Ajema, Mami Faudi in Chatsuo. Or say, good afternoon, Mami. Please tell ex-President Mahama to change his style. Ghanaians are fed up with his old ways of doing things. Kofi Ajema, Aikai Doblo, and our different Ebaye. And the message is not Ebesiana Mwansa, Bress, Fatemono, your Bora discussions, no more. May the fofro eba beto aso ama mo wa munya kwan frɛ e wakana wu munyina asedaka se enko ema mo na ya monwene mo mpa man santwerefo ya bre papa na kyase minim sɛ de santwerefo kra na nyame asi ahran afa unim o problem pa na the same problem na wo na onya solution no oboa obi ama no anya ne solution ade ase eti eno hu sunsanso na afi akowie bone e de amanti ya aboko mkotodwene mu a mo mpa ye bi Emma journalist. Ehane yede kana wo no ebesie na afa yabora studios na discussions awo no yede atwa so.
Governments owe the people a duty to use limited public funds responsibly. Our goal is to bring to an end the culture of unfinished projects. The main focus of government for this year, therefore, is the fulfillment of existing commitment and the completion to the largest extent possible of existing projects. The delivery tracker, which government launched last year to track progress of infrastructure projects, showed over 8,700 ongoing projects across all sectors at the end of 2020. And that is why the President has tasked his ministers and heads of all other relevant institutions to focus the infrastructural energies of government mainly on continuing and, if possible, completing existing projects in 2021. The era of abandoning viable projects started with public funds must end. And this time we believe, and the time we believe is now.
There's a whole chapter on media freedom. Unfortunately, even when you have the best constitution, you can have governments that try to bend it to be able to achieve whatever ends they have in terms of limiting our democratic rights. So today, government can say that the radio station has been late in paying its license fee, and so we're shutting you down. When I talk about it because of the precedence it can set, because the shoe can be on the other foot the next day. And in tree, I don't know how we say it in our language, but they say the stick that they used to beat is the same stick they used to beat the chief. It says, Abaya Debo, Techino, and one year Debo Popa. So the stations you don't like, you can close them down today. When another government comes and it decides to do the same thing to the stations they don't like to, what kind of country would we be building? And so I say this to you because you are the moral voices of our society. And it must not be us alone talking. The civil society organizations, the traditional rulers must all be seen to be pointing out where government is going wrong. I pointed out this as one of the major tragedies of this administration, which is intangible, is the fact that our institutions are being bastardized. And as the institutions are bastardized, people don't see any future in terms of what opportunities are available for them.
The African politician is perhaps, with due respect to them, Africa's curse. The day the African politician realizes that the occupation of political office and political space is one of servant leadership, that is the day Africa will begin to move in the right direction. The day the African politician realizes that the occupation of public space and public office is an honor and a privilege, that is the day Africa begins to move in the right direction. The day the African politician recognizes that the occupation of office is not one for the privatization of public wealth, that is the day Africa will begin to move in the right direction. The day the African politician recognizes that they do not have the monopoly of wisdom, that is the day that Africa will begin to move in the right direction. The day the African politician realizes that longevity in office is not the solution to African problems, that is the day Africa begins to realize the potential. The day that the African politician begins to remember that the electoral vote is a charge for them to deliver on health, on agriculture and education, that is the day Africa will begin to know her place in the world. The day the African politician is liberated from the chains of greed, that is the day that Africa will realize the potential. And I say all that because it is not lost on me that one of the reasons why Africa cannot unite is because we have become so used as politicians in Africa to our little countries where we are treated like demigods. And because we too, we who are the led, we have treated our leaders as demigods for too long, and they now are conditioned to believe that they are gods.
Yeah, busia for braso say Mungura Studio 2 na fe agenda na de tie no yeah agenda 111 project ho no mo ayenso ye boy agenda 112 e wa ha sei dan na tie e wa ha ene sem bebre e na ye bedi ho nkomo na majority of ensama ene ye bedi ho nkomo no efa agenda 111 districts and regional hospitals are ye ba besi e wo man mo mampanya di kan e de so abofom dada na panyin ka sem no che sa hospitals ni regional and district hospitals aye ba besi no ebetimi afa a nurse for ebro 20,000 amoma nya adwuma aye ama o my Ghana timi akonanim na adwuma emebunu enya na ehso atepa afa no eda nchen so amampanyin dada mahama ono so oguso a wo kwa probo ewo amantam enum ahodo matifi mantam do no emu ono so che se o agenda 111 twia womu ni ayi bia achese ni so ade hu na wo fa ho na wo fom wo pese yese wo ka se ai wo aye bi na yese wo so project wo ye no so enkosi aga eye after to chese wo koda ya hu se NDC project a wo aye nya project ketwa ene wo se ne enso fa agenda 111 emfam ye ni yesem wo se ye emfa hwe mampanyi dada ma na eka so Timbuktu Ghana Mali Sumanguru opa mebo ne de akere ne no ha de okan no mebo e de akere na wo mchese sa agenda 111 yi district and regional hospitals no e ka na eda ho a ye bebo no ye 1.4 billion Ghana cedis ya team first na 88 hospitals district hospitals they say ya ko 111 enti no e ka e bebo ho no ya tesokra 1.4 billion about 779 million Ghana cedis. No, and a minority for that. Yeah, kai 1.5 me what that better so am Ghana for. I do know says we no dear. Said you can say one more no. One more ye ade abom betimi adia no ama from the same thing. And so a bono so e beti aba from no. Oh, nya de kwa. Pampayida da John Dramani Mahama na pro ball man tifi mantam num no. Ensem bebre e na efifiri mu aba o ka se aba ye de botachi no e betimi de aboba e wo radio stations ahodo ye se wo ma renew wo license e binom so de kane ade eti ya tutum ya chese ben ya de na si form den de se nya de obema omkwa mo ma bie stations ne da wo se table ne tane a tade ne tane a na se wo so ya se ne radio stations bi ye de ani besi wo so license wo ma renew ene honkro ne ba eno no ebeko yi ana wo se aban no set up some precedents bi a ahwe yi adachi bi no emwa omei enkoyi emo emei abusia we ene senka ya hodo enna enawie ya bobo ni nyina no a ye ba besi ne koso na yakasa ho na etimi ahwese ebeboa
Them say me no fit jump. Them say you no fit jump. Them say we no fit jump.
Nampanyu form beboa me amenne enkomotwetwe netimi akoso no Lawrence Kwasi entry NPP National Communications Team member. Ondi onyamedru haye, onyamaye. Demom nyame ayadom ema yaw aseni tano. Ono eye LPG National Organizer. LPG so me ha. That's so me ha. LPG Yan konkwa, that's right. Ono nene waba beka me ho e wa hase ya me nene ebe hye nkomo no ase na yenim se enkomo no guso a ekoso no Lawrence nso ebe ba beka ye ho na fe ya bom na chese nkomo no aye de kama pa eti we dia me nsa bre yaw akwaba
majoso
LPG
yan konkwa
LPG. LPG. Bakuru nkayo LPG.
TF1 media hype na media ko so baby as if to say so me hana cliche bi a but wo so mu ha na se me so me so mu ha
aja na say somu ha mame sumi somu ha na ye
ko because amanyo no anase amanchekere no
enya ba akofo
that's right nti obi somu ha mame suma somu ha ye tumi apagya na nti yakobeto ho no anantente amamafo so mame sumi so ha be say emu fi say ye kire bi before
I feel watch that dey no and your mama communication for no enya adwuma because the bebre so me ha na so me ha sa no
mo ka no mo fi say bi ye ka dey
e tell mo je somu ha na me somu ha na fe yenko ye
nti me proper me te ha ko e bia wontumi nkukuru
da be never
nti say wo so me ha na say ye wuro da me so me ha
what ka say da bio Because so me hana and yes I no be reading meanings into it. But can be a somu ha. Na me somu ha. Okay. It also fan na me so fan.
Yeah, dey ko nim. And na I no crop na be hype yen.
Okay.
Am I you say party we na obo ni yes so hana so me ha. Yes amanyo chechire no anasa amanyo no. This year party no ye the minutest minority. Sure. Me party say to me find compare the opposition NDC a more large number. Okay. And yeah, a subset of let's say NDC. Okay. This is between actually your party number to say NPP and NDC. This some crop for Befi NPP. Any the Befi NDC any other parties. On be some hand yes you some. You to me abenya 6 million vote now. The between 50 plus 1 the this na the anything. Expect your
any I was say most some do mani hwe omo Omuni party BIAMAH no floating for no woman na some omo target pa because meba NDC for IBA won bia ombedwane ne ma bia nko ya omto ombedwane no omudwane ko MPP for a won wo for omudwane ombedwane ko NDC it is a mo ahwe na mo ko fa NDC kakra MPP kakra mo say that dan no an mo sa ba be plant dia magana for
yeah be ye ni won say the party ne fapum say e se ejira mabunu so nti ye mabunu mo a party me no we adi omo for the past 29-30 years ye reintroduce democracy mo ne ye hwehwe omo mpanfo na sabe omo ase omo na beju sesi ane de sabe
omo bra wi
nti ye pe mabru ne de be cheche party fufuro be mabru party
ene mo nyina mo because me kura me ba
na say ye se ye be ya mo na be boy
sure
ebra ma bre father Dix na da roma any despite in the group ne ye wro dame
okay
eno motumi ama ye opportunity yes, the first time afternoon.
The first time I'm meeting you.
Exactly so. Into some of my they will see that there's a third. Probably we can even become.
We need the third force power.
Exactly so.
Because we are there.
Me mask
Don't worry, bet me ayi. Bet me ayi. Me dem fa ho to me.
Me assess.
No. Yeah, abusianfo ye nua be ma ya sane tano na what is happening no ye intro ye ka LPG party no emu asem no say ye nyina ye kwa LPG obi amra esan say NDC MP bo man timi amfa koto anye nkwan wo ma me yesasi fom edi ye nyina LPG ye pe wo mo betimi abo ma maburu no apagya wo man no asi ba bia ye hwese e betimi edro na ya mimisa wo de ya wo na me so me de ya edi ne afa
ana na so ye ya wa
oh we bunya matom we watom onka ho ya me say agenda 111 district and regional hospitals abayi na no de so ekobo from just ye ba be shasia your take
that's I mention the incoming president excellency the party is mention Ghana for nyina sitting president the former everybody who has been in government and a through a mabrune a ma oh yeah chawo munyina ya the ye be ka ho asem na me ka minutest man not one hwe ye na wo kasa party we be ka se bia wo ya ase we so be ka se bia wo ya based on analysis enti me hwe mo kasa mu ye pa na so media me fi say ya no kro no na me ka na ma menti bibi tew emfa researcher
psychological association
for me central and pina me can wo mo sister station back in actual fact no yes mo the fourth estate of the realm but we should critically and technically you may be even the first estate of the realm because as someone you better haka in someone mo de be good so akan and no and public opinion no my better it a be bomb and na ban o But the way omo to mu ajeje mu no enu ka ho bi na pressure no sanke obema no kwa meti bi bitam I was your friend is saying ajapade document na leak ye na ene nwanwa the media fraternity no motra ho ama ya da mo say that document no e fake now so everything in this document no this government has planned systematically. They have executed it and they are almost ending it. And when you come to the media media guguna na yewra maka oka ho Omwatro has said, the issue receipt I cover 10 years. I'm a Omo, that is MPP, Omo pro media houses.
Okay.
For 10 years. Now already no more catch Dr. Adai, Professor Adai, on no ye Gimpa.
Former Gimpa rector.
Zaluso. On no pay corruption no. Already no more catch no. Say, nkrofo bi ombe submit omo dimo ama omo no. Mo na ye be mo sa leverage.
Wow.
Abanya na do dan kwakufu. A media person more by the big chance, the friend say media suppression no massino and ne buy and also suppressing media, and the media is sitting down, radio stations are being closed, they are not empty. You Mahama media for be nice at time because go through a lot of best sorry of matching na on so back. Na yire anase ni kunu anane ma problems say wo ho nyina ese better ha e bi kura pa me kasa na media person bi ne ma me e chef regime and so ese better ha ti nanim e kasa ma bonten ye hu say bi pepe enti for me mebo ye wura kwa me despite na aso pa obia e pese odwane fi media bi mu a pese ha na oba because papa no obo ne bra ye me se hwini me kai pa se me ma to cassette every ne sem da ye kokodi pa adia me ensa pen ne hwehwe wo asan so market e kodi ye pa no ada se ye beto cassette and battery and torch e ye anu fi ha tai aye to kunuma no pe na na ye ba beto nti papa wa abri ni mojani sabi infifire boni ate no da nti ye na ono so wo hu the need to ensure so obebi adwuma mankrofo anya bia aye nti ye be wona ba so nti de yewra mahama kan ye efa media space no ho ye hwe ne ye revisit na ye grant omo a they are capable of paying their your friend say license renewal no man on pretty in a very democratic manner. Now agenda 111 I would prefer say document am boni din ajapade. Say it is time we revisit it. It is agenda by Achim. Na me the way be bia no say the most heinous crime ever to have been committed against the NPP and by extension to the whole Ghana. Any delegates of the NPP's refusal to vote for Alan Chemati in the last primary Somoko. That is what has spelled doom to this country. Nobody expected that the caliber of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, this document is a complete family document, a will that they have made for their own family.
Wow.
To ensure natural resources banks are holding all the banking cleaner, banking sector, whatever. Ninya was planned. The radio station closed down. Ninya was planned. Everything. Profiling of media personnel. But profiling even of their own people like Samia Uku, John Buadu, Yewra Kennedy Japan, a whole lot of people. But you see Samia Uku. Every opposition likes Samia Uku. And the possibility says Samia Uku and now can say Ojina at friends Yewra Lanche Martin, Dr. Baumia, any Yewra Mahama Mo, any Yewra Kufia Palma contested for primaries, presidential can Samia Uku in their primaries so be contest or be winning. I'm telling you, he wouldn't have to bribe delegates. He will win. But they are trying to suppress that gentleman. I mean, once. I'm saying about 3 times. Yeah, once, Mr. Royal also. Then twice time on a hot FM. I want to when you be a madam. Lancaster give me another. But you see, no crowd had never can. That document we must interrogate it and expose the that
document. Who you know?
Memo soft copy.
Matter.
We not blade.
Okay.
Into young agenda 111.
Okay.
Obi biara obeka say agenda 111. Enye no. I'm saying na kanaka. Obi biara obetu ayampia na se obesa nkyene gum se agenda 111 enye hemba na che se ono so ebia na ne politics no bia o de fa no ka adwen kakra na momu no ne implementation and execution ana obi biara nso menti say obi can say enye but matise nkrofo can say it is something that cannot be done because of precedents that have been set. And what are the precedents? And sana yewura nana do danko akufo ade Dr. Baumia ombeba abem. Omo promise ye say omo ba within the first 2 years of the administration. Okura bia si ni ho a nsuo ne sebe jala bia ebe ha omo ene ya asem nyina. Mo kai enso say there is no way a ombetena ho na 38 billion Ghana cedis a John Mahama ne NDC omunyaye a omontumi amfa nya hwi bia no a omo hoodwinking crofo into thinking say omo aye bibi no omma bia no ho nya asasika no anka wonye infrastructure anka be bro de John Mahama eye right nti so omo na omo baba na so omunya sa esika no a omo nim de omo de be ya be ma Ghana afa ne ntoma afen so ono ankasa so oye adwuma wo Bank of Ghana nti onim se sika wo omani mu nti enya de ye be kwakọ bobosia danso na yewura na do danko akufo ado e kan se ye tisika so e kwam de ye Ghana nye ohia man te se Kwame Nkrumah kan no ampa so Ghana enye ohia man na sebe obi a onim amamuo e bedi wo man so a na sa no mai e bae na do danko akufo ado ne Dr. Baumia sebe promises ahoro ane sabi o entro a o mo twekere Ghana man say ye entro ne kohwidie ye taxe na nke ye yi a anka revenue enye free na anka betumi akekere a whole city in itself because nobody expected say na do danko akufo would rule this country where he is going. Agenda 100
or ruling the science na eko
ahokere na ye komu no obi his own party people are disappointed. Workers are disappointed indeed. All the names that Dr. Baumia mentioned, nurses are suffering, doctors are suffering, teachers are suffering. These people is rather the opposite. So in effect, they would ensure say all these people who were suffering under some other government, they will have relief. And indeed, two government and more ruling NPP and NDC. Yenim dream I see Yewra John Mahama na mamwom the betuja Yewra Chairman Sabonsu what can say if you the party should go to non-account. So I have non-account statement. Was a Japade way. The woman can quote it for you. Now, what is happening is that now those promises and everything are 354 fresh SHS. Let's see. I can cry you. Okay, so share health sector the mukina. The decade 26 April last year. And the first statement of my say obe making sure say obesi 88 district and regional hospital plus some specialized yanka bi a shemni enim say okay say 1 year ombe as asemi yanche na ekoduru la general hospital eguye as we speak they see an omakosa asan basem they are going to give us 101 districts and regional hospitals plus some few specialized a laudable idea obi an obeka say bibisa enye. In fact, if they are able to complete it, I will come and sit here and tout them. Because me will opposition. And I need to ensure say make kasa amame party ababemu. If we can we'll do better, we will not promise something we cannot do. But I'm saying, sir, with this 111 district hospital, the entire first of all, any the funding aspect, which MCB but made to me the ashim. Funding aspect, no, GIIF was a GIF, no, that is the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Will be created to home. Whatever it is, no. They will be able to know where the other source of ebeba. And forces say Obama and secretary. Inti anka men kwa ombeka se bia ye pese esi so much. But se see anu ye kura $100 million. Until within the 1 year, at least as can be 6 of them. Okay. Until I know they are sham boss by 1 year, they are 6. I shall be on the Akofa. Until they are hoodwinking us as
but almost 80 has project back could be ebe cost $12 million. $12 million no so almost the 18 months and the basic back could be a year.
18 months.
Yeah, that is.
First of all, you share the euro upon Kroma. Any even cry His Excellency the President or country time on court trading. Or the country and say, or more secure land for 88.
Yes.
I won't be area. That shortcut now, it meant that the project we're going to start concurrently across the 88 right district. Now there is about 20 something land or more and crop and your exactly, and about 47 BB and also preparational stage Can you tell me, sir, within the 18 months, and in fact, before the shortcut, no mama yati says 1 year. You go compromise Sunday media. Yes, or can say 1 year. Na some more can ye must film me. And say sabi. Yan so school ni akwa kakra bi yan dretch ba yakwa kakra. Yeah. All can or making reference to the fact that His Excellency the President can ye 26% or basi 88. And that the 88 will be completed in 1 year. Completed in 1 year. But that it appears that yantiasie. What na one. Ye mummy yantiasie.
So mampanyi kan sa na Ghana for antiasie.
Na na the all patch and say.
Okay. Say you rakojo pom kroma e be chirem.
Yes. Na the opampanyi e patch and say. Dan na o kan ya na so dey so bof and so make his statement no. And no be started from looking for the land. Securing the land and even going for fiscal inspection to see say assassin the showman as be done ya na say nti once o mampanyi be secure o we nyina wie plus documentation no
na 1 year
na 1 year no I felt very sad mo betumi abonene no na 1 year no say see before so make at sword no we tried no o market say 12 months no this year o mo kodru ho no and na contractors no e mo tie ase say 12 months no and to me a man sir. Now this year the 6 months come. Into your 12 months, the cost is 18 months. It means the contractors no plan as stakeholders are more they have not properly, served to brief them. You understand? Into say first of all, what try and throw back 12 months is more jump. Now funding aspect from the GIF. So we use 100 million way every movie. Then the casa na come. Other source of funds no ntina na make say who oba and secretary I didn't know muntu me crop identify say ye benya free ha na these are the assurance nothing of the sort nti say obi tra ba bi na say doubt to these are some of the problems
I saw red no we dey ka so mo ebe ko GIF fund no mo makwa ko yiska eno no mo dey be sa project so far as me know ha no ye nim sika dodo a GIF
yeah project ebe cost to almost point something dollars. Now, so we call GIF. Now is the funding bucket. I will be used carefully. And funding box. Now $100 million spent. Who say within all these 5 years of more better krano, the scale them say no, to me $100 million. It means the next 18 months no, and yeah, idea 16 point something billion dollars the babegum. Here run another Dan Kufuor doing his own wisdom. And the covenant and promise that he promised God. So can say Obesi Cathedral. Cathedral, ye say, ye ma o mampani bia or mamuha 4 years mandate. Nothing more. You can lose just like Muhammad went 1 term. You understand? Inti anya mandatory 8 years. Inti sanka sa 4 years no so ya want to mean here. With the promise. He also told us that there was no way the taxpayers' monies were going to be involved in that building of the cathedral. But what happened? Taxpayers is see a judge for a lawyer for them. It is the same taxpayers' monies. And the other see a down for an rent for among a two a boo modern. So where lies in the fact to say no taxpayers' monies will be used? And we understood the fact to say, and can be used within your tenure of office, which is 4 years. This can 1 year, so be buying on to us and can be ending. You understand? And even the siting of that particular cathedral is a non-starter. You could have put it elsewhere to open another.
Yeah, the outskirts of
exactly. But all this things can be papaya and the ecosystem as a sea. So what I'm trying to say is agenda 111. And yeah, dear me, my dream, plus a lot of people, and including themselves. And yeah, dear, between achieve. by the 18 months no they be san ba betra ha aka say omutumi ye me be bom me sama mo. I have challenged the NPP when they were in their second year regarding the fact that certain Nkrofo radio so and the TV so especially the NDC omutumi listed the number of projects a omoaye ombetumi aka say e fe dodowa yesi hospital say Greater Accra region expansion say UGMC were Legom and also say yes science how do you call it electricity whatever capacity they have added and all that. Intina me challenge MPP say of course obian who aba bem na onye hwe definitely o maye bibi ntianka ebeya omo so kuchire omo achievement ni engu blue book mu nti me betra na me kura NDC green book na say me kura NPP blue book aba ye comparison as to who made the effort in terms of development. But there be they give us a website say call tracker whatever I will be home. Meanwhile no areas how can you say obey one village one dam as we speak that particular so-called dam no your own minister described them as a dugout and that esika dia man no eno na wo hwe so e dia ye de oye no nti if sasika na dia man fia no say what the year the area no nobody should expect say oba be sit dam amobi you understand your own minister and so one district one factory we have been told that about 87 of them have been completed and they are in operation their main matter a confi second na mahu and say or man pan expect what plan start factory no but you see what request we be mount to frap tienedi start factory the entire man or man pan ko for ne de ne egu ya and say you see ya no they did not consult the stakeholders holistically regarding the specific branches say they feed you know into no feel say okay you do banchi wo into yenkosi wo right yeah wo banchi a would the question machine now you must start content na wo mu e wo soro and CSIR they have done all these things and so what the government needed to have done in Owurakufo administration say obeko for that document na say wa ma outgrowers sika na say munria sa pieces way and as a state nankasa as the biggest spender of the taxpayers money mo so mo the friend say afuo mo be state farm amankofo anya dwuma ye na mo ankasa mo the state branch no e dey feed machine no mo anya ne sa start factory no we ba no abeka kakra we ba no abeka say the same thing na you Rajon Mahama or yeah friend say Commander Sugar Factory and $35 million has just gone like that from Indian government or whatever has just gone like that without recourse to the taxpayers' monies that has been paid to the government to use, right? Commander Sugar Factory, what should you have done as a government? What should have been done is to ensure, sir, you had already empowered people who were growing the sugar cane. You never did so. You thought, sir, the outgrowers themselves would just go there, no more could be, no more the amount. It's kind of what the could be.
Now, sir, looking at young Ghana and as a Ghana penny for no say your project be feasibility studies, consultation of stakeholders, and near my was here to me to go come and sign a project. Bedroom fee enough. Yeah, into my agenda 111. I have a problem with it. It's a good thing. Government abakwa and sana yebe to Kwame Nkrumah fi ha. They had 5 and 5 successive nation plan. And then they had this last one, which was a 7-year development plan. I have a copy, right? That 7-year development plan, Kwame Nkrumah spent 2 years. And now they a pound if you memo. Things were planned. That time, no say your mark was cool. You go for industrial attachment because in the census, Kwame Nkrumah can say, as I see a kind of panic was share from my young one. In the next 20 years, and that's will be when you're 5 years and no, that was what he said. In the next, anybody who is 5 years today, in the next 15 years, the person should be joining the workforce in the country. So factories and industry must be built in waiting. Into nobody was idle. Team in the bill said or Pescadro and I said. Everybody was busy either on the farm or any other factory. Yanka say a cast ewoha. Sa ahwede na yekotwa. Abrofo nyina kan no mkotwa bi. Afo after school. Yes, the videos are there to show. Until our inability to plan into the future. Ke motorway. Ghanaian engineer and na oye engineer motorway no.
When Nkrumah was building the motorway, he was told that he was wasting money. He could just build Mefa said the Efia Echo Accra. And now we are talking about expansion because of population explosion. Why is it that when you are doing something for the nation, you just do it thinking that a dualization of Accra to Kumasi, 20-something years, or Mefa was starting in second term, 4 years plus Mahama Mills 8 years. That is 12 years. Planados 4 years. 20 years. And that's so ego. Accident is far more than normal. Now, Mokowu Hospital, I'm telling you. Into the best thing to save your people from dying, I believe one of them is health. But then, most important thing must go to road infrastructure. So you're making sure, say, a kwanye fee in Ekodu Kumasi, a kwanye fee in Kumasi Ekodu Hamile, a kwanye all quantum pony heavily dualized a beer 3 years. In anticipation for population explosion, the next source will take us to about 40-something million.
Thank you.
But we don't do that. So if you tell me Agenda 111, I shudder to think, say, and if I don't even want to even dream of it. So, but me, I will sit here and clap for them.
That's it. But I say, was your for I send it no and oten and cano or no and a casa or betina more Emma LPG Amayoko no or your national organizer at the Maunyamia Duma Minia Bema Lawrence could see entry or no swaba. A young Minia Bema, Aquaba.
This year,
then bomb to say. What was how I didn't want to amount when at the commotion man of my microphone. And then I asked how we are a late visa.
Mon friend, Mestre, only team. It's only I heard for near tea for 1 year. Say, yes, me call Eastern region.
Okay.
Me fretiwa, me crack a crack. And
I miss me fretiwa.
Fratching for me.
Miss me fit for it.
Oh, okay. And you know me road minister in Persuasion.
Oh, okay.
The time I'm more friend, I'm doing some my boba.
I see. I see. They say gentry agenda 111. Company at the social form. As is here, the maker said that I'm a contractor for Shasia. Omugusua gidi. Because so much as most start here, but could be more than 18 months. And a baby. Because a lot of people are almost expressing way be said sentiment be said nya de be possible go mu can promise 88 yan hu hwe and am de 101 yan fancy 88 na be 111 no emu ebekoye
menu aba me da se bebre edi kan ma me fasa kwanye ya Ghana man pani dankwa kufu ado oni na be de chi Dr. Ba patim pani na misre utwedi ampon podeni ni nshira ni omo no ho ban ma Ghana ni wiase ni na na ni su ade hu awo ma Ghana as generational thinker betimi abam na mfie miensa ne fa aka wo nanim yi no amamu papa no ebe ma watwo ni dini e wo Ghana MPP the party so Mamu papa na nado dankwa kufu adudi anim no sene etie bia na Ghana fo betimi amaya to amamu so na break the chain 8 no etimi abaso mamentia menue ya oti studio emse nene na menene hia wo studio ha no na meba na metie ni pa no kwasem ni kasem ni o shase emidi ne ho yawo kakra se na minim se bia ni submission na oni na nado dankwa kufu ado a personal issue so otihanum as a national organizer of FPG na oni MPP as a party na what issue ana etina Americans say we LPG national organizer na wo ka kire say emra MPP foko yi na nado as a leader no then when yi alantremachan no na eya wo ya ana enu na amaga na mamu na kodusa o kasa na asa oni papa na nado dankwa kufu ado no o personal issue na nya amanyosem na wo ye em de say utimi busa ne say ni nsem o ogina so akasa asem ne wo hin no offer man or catch it will say a bless. Send some way no evidence of this nature no. I for example for the evidence. No. It is linked to that. Yes.
Printed copy. But a near blend.
And I say a drunkard's evidence. If you don't have the evidence to come to the studio, you don't use any mention it. What you say? As some people may catch and say, so Oba studio. Na asama that pronouns Oba beka. Now so will be a Oba try atu baby. Now would need evidence to that.
You are mixing
effect. Say Oba to catch them say wait. Yeah, you busa Oba to me the atu. I am highly disappointed in you. I must be obvious.
I'm very objective. What makes it two things? Mami chile me home.
I listen to you.
Someone when it told me so no, and yes, I'm kind. Let me explain myself. No, let me explain myself. There are two things you are mixing here. Me say, Amamua Ekosono, a dear NPP delegate, the most dangerous crime they committed against the NPP, and by extension Ghana, any their refusal to elect Alan Shem.
And that's why why do we make that statement here? I'm telling you, you are not here to decide for MPP delegates.
It is my opinion.
Why do you think for MPP?
And the other issue,
why should you think for MPP?
Who should be the who should be? I am a member of the nation. So why should I think for you?
Why MPP member?
Let me explain
myself. My offer microphones no Miss Antwitie, he is entitled to his opinion. And our church na semunientia or kasa.
I know you're separate.
But document where there or say a plan the beer. What NPP are buying a plan the idiot one or person or executive.
Yes. I was talking about the media.
Whatever you have, whatever you just put it down. Mema, I do so now.
Let me respond to that. Fine. Obaso catch him say as a national organizer of LPG no. Second MPP for ko yi Alan Martin those days now and ko be job by MPP ana. It's a question I want to ask him. No, I'm coming. You don't have any business who will lead MPP because different party member. MPP delegates and they decided who should lead the party. And we have not regretted of choosing Anado. San say Anado 7 minutes and Anado Ama and Kagana in baby. So you don't come to the studio and then make statements you cannot substantiate it. What you man watching AKWAFO Japan deal by? Okay, somewhere any evidence.
You see, you are mixing so
many.
I don't know kind.
You don't know it.
Japadia is not a Japadi.
Japadi was born out of this.
Yes, and I no can find. Japadia now they buy has now so my evidence no. So so best studio when I so be kan ho asem. And then na one for the clear pictures and I'm not catch say eh blur. And I make catch say evidence of the nation is born out of darkness. But we send them as evidence no. What you at studio now me can somewhere who hear the evidence on. Edban say ana Ghana ha no mo photocopies etwa Ghana who do want me anya the cloud baba sansen tro na wutwa na betum futuro gu Ghana for ani. We are not here, we are not joking. What you say? All the baby can me can someone with me anyone dance on. You started with different notes. You started from a different note, so I must come from that. You flow.
Yeah.
No. You explain to who?
Yeah.
What document? What's the source of the document?
Let him finish.
Document the source is saying.
I'll give you ample time to address.
Document no. And then as some year can wo ha no. And then a track can be AKWAFO people be at one. So we busua a willow said then you AKWAFO be to one na be that Ghana for. People na kuta no. The source is saying. Me na ye koye nim no. Agenda 111. Idi kan ebo me se mama na ado dan kwakufu ado. San say oyobi a owani swadi hu. Na minua o kasampo no o kan bibi ka kire enkoma na oye visionary leader na o plan head on time say enkolampa yen wo no na obu won ho eden akonta edigu ho ene na ado mitrase na ohun se ebra so say yetimisi ayaresabia dodo a be magana fo nchirima betumi abenya ho mfaso a that should tell Ghanaians say na ado so you say dachi enye ono ankasa at least nanado or having 77 years ana owi se enye dachi na odwene a nka se ne ma we obedwen ase obeya magana fo an inu aba na ka me hwehwe se bia mo producer betimi ama yenuanum NDC fo no bi aba ha na ka mabusa wonsem ba ko mi enso wantimi ama enye hwe ense minue ka sem ni na no ono ne NDC fo ya adwum eya adwene se ni ekoso no ana na ado agenda 111 no entimi nya adwuma eno na em wanwa se eden ni won how pa se timi ya adwuma eden ni won how sa yedi amamu ahye obi nsa na odi oman nanim na odi ne pa abregan de odi ba nya boni o se agenda 111 ni timi ba mu a enya faso de ma Ghana nti adenti anaso oman bapa ana se a member of a political party obeso obedi oman so mpa yese omampani a oteso no de washa ase se obeye obetimi ya so ontimi ye mpo na daachi bi se Ghana fo timi ma wo kwanya as LPG na bedi so a on shase mfiri number 1 na mo obeto aso afiri ba bi a omampani no ye den edikosi ye that is a government resort ento aso ana me bwane sa na ye kan na emo wotena se ka chem se otimi ya obebo nsama ma ebi no mate se ebi no kra se ka se so otimi ya kra no ombeku won ho I don't get it. Are they calling for doom for this country? Ana yeah yenu yenu manisi for any Ghana for bi a minua LPG organizer TM who say won wo yare bi a say yare no won here deliverance eye anye ne honhom ahye won ma esan say a free asase besi say mire ya MPP aban any good policies yes social intervention policy be bo Ghana for NDC for say enye yi ye shase every national health insurance emra president Kufuor ka so de ba NDC for gina akomadua so kan say enya de be yi even the day I dey call parliament akoye ho hwehwe NDC for boycott someone omampani Kufuor Nyankopon hira na obi enani a Ghana for ko hu fan wo mem ha no mo NDC for kro ya that time you Auckland ema beni wa do enne the honorable speaker of parliament Abamba Bisumani enso gina ho no ma ye na ehu se okofa garon edi ba parliament be bom kon se eya adwon enye no kure enede ne yehu the oil revenue ya NDC fo aba be di bia eno ne edebo Ghana ho bra be si semri yeti krom hanom omampani san by say obeye free SHS ede ne yehu ye NDC fo kro ya ni John Dramani Mahama na ogina komedua subusa se ko fesika no wo he no e ka kire se nya de be yie da ehin na omampani na nado danko Akufuado ebenye skade a leader with a vision onimnia oye ana ye na enim so omamu ayeti minu aba sika emu ho yepe na ye ade ana mebo ana so wo wani suade hu na awadwen pa na won hyehyɛ pa o hye bibia se otuadi aponyako omo we de awie PSHS a ombebo hu dawuro ewo hanom even this studio ankwa mo bo ba 48 jingles against PSHS enyam na mo bo yo NDC for enemy nu anu montiti anu bi no a on pe o man downfall so o man be hwe ase no ebe ye advert against PSHS enye yi said o te he ne ya o kan se enye yi no enyam areho se ba bi o man akodu no enne ne on waka a mapa no atimi aye no won ntimi hu se ye wo pani bi o ho anase ye o man pani bi wo ho no mo a na ni suade hu eye sononko na oka obeye na ongusu se tani etintina bia ye menye yi no metwe hu amenti ase
unse empanyin ka sembi se pupujihie firi so ase be ka cho so don chema wuwa ye nyinachi ye wa ha afra se empanyin ekogina simpie so bra no to Ghana for COVID ho so oba be si 88 district hospitals for their fe ene besi blog kura ye hunu bi enti so bi ka se empanyin kro no asa ba bio se agenda 111 fe de me ba be si district and regional hospitals 111 eno na Ghana for nyini ayentimi question
minu aba ye nanu se afre se 2020 ye nanu matorenche me beto Ghana
mampani woni sa to yenche so ko se abo
yes I understand you o mampani nim ne o kan se mre no na se o kan da mre ne se at that time o kan sa time we were close to elections and ameboa se ko kan for only electoral purposes say be for election fortunes say yam to abama no a enka menyi ne se so besan pede sa asem ha bio
They say 88 district hospitals agenda 111.
Yes, Omampani Kasa here afresh no. O ka kire say yetimi ahu say 88 districts ewo omam hanom a oni ayaresabia into obesi 88. And what you know who say you create another 16 regions. I say onya regional hospitals. And what you know who say regions ni bi na hospitals ni bi wo no say den ye pagya ondibire mu. Enu na na yakamba mu abedu agenda 111.
Na at least mampanyi ba kumponti want me anwie kura me anka so at least o kan ye no wotimi sha asia ba ko ana mienu bi wotimi aye.
Maame biama me no mienu ti had mu. Unim pefe say o anka sa to asase so obesi dan po a. Ho hyehyeye no anamontu a wobetu eni ba bi a obefa ansa obenya asase ne kura no. Enya asem e defom ana meboa. Ana meboa na.
Enya aban.
Aban so ewo challenge san say aban otumi so obeji asase ba asase ya nananom dia ontumi sori prekope enka nche say me na me ya aban ntimi hia asase we say fama me da bi esa wanfa ni die ne obuo eden amma nananom atrenkunwa enu nti na wo hwe a emere son ya okoko kate so do say afi de emere son na niema nina agu akwam say de me kan ye no mi wogidie say masua bibi afri yare e beto ye oman mu hanom se ne o trading pon yankopon ana behwe Ghana etie yensu frɛ na ka yade ebufa so sɛ de bufa so wɔ amanone Italy ne Spain ni ade a enka ebe hina ka yefa enti saa na tie de a ebra so sɛ yɛsɛ etimi bie yakwaban mu eninti no the health sector no ewom sɛ meyɛ bi leso meyɛ sɛ meyɛ na sɛ daakye bi yɛnka sɛ emra wo azumi without admitting sɛ bibi kura esi a yɛtimi aso ano enti ahoboabo a me mayɛ nie enunti na nananom atrankonuafo a won sase wuru anom ye won dia no exercise they should be part of the system enunti na nananom oton safre na nananom no won bo dwa data e kire se nananom consent e wodumade no yeden obedinum tananado danko akufo ado e ma that promise say magana fo nya didi om na on to aba ma for second term Ghana for the man say ko be na adwen free so that was not the case na nado danko akufo ado na tirimpo so obeje dwumadie papa bi amagana fo a se na tirimpo no oni hono magana fo betimi de nsa tire bibi so se papa we enene enam no so agana yenya sa enema we
they say 88 hospitals na dia ehon sase ni nyina are ready
na wuti o mampani o yen centroni ana meboa ana ehon documents no so ukuta bi me metimi aka kira wo authority ba bi a me metimi a witness mi fra Brekuma Central Constituency Oba Brekuma Central Constituency through the able MC Honorable Maria Makale Amoyi Oba Mambruk Mambruk Park ba bia masalachi kese ni so Mambruk no kwana na chipe Oba ko ho no na district hospital no yesi ya shase mpo a ya do lenting level yes one district one Brekuma Central some central muntu kana mom na
ebe kokko de ebe ko
ana me kira so duru Brekuma Central yani Brekuma South ene bo hie eye banana yin uduru Mambruk Park kese na eda ho no obo se mosque kese pass o mosque na chi no e kwan da ho e kwan na chi nchen asase bi da ho no yesi district municipal hospital one of the agenda 88 no what you say e kan
district hospitals
yes Brekuma Central obetimi to anamon the doors of the MC is open and as one man so obetimi edikan kra ko ba bi America no akohwe kotwemfu anini na no wa ba assembly ho no be usa no ho nsem eyade a aban na hyase into 20
na Brekuma kwa ne hyase ana say all the 88 district hospitals districts ni nyina mashi bibi ase
the America church no say the America church say Abana Shasia with the local government system through the municipal assemblies. The metimi akan di ho adanse my witness ni say Brekuma Central. What you say? Abana say yempa asase. Na yen Shasia say be agenda then 111 out 88 no. My idea you secure land pepa. Make sure say foundation ya raise at even the lentil level. And to say you make sure say other districts no ashe bibi ase da. But after na ban no atimi abia no a sika de be hwem na eden aba ti sa ban ne ka kire o se oni friend ka kire o so beto boa boa na ne na eden esi bibi so wo a wuti akire unum ne ekoso entimi ka me mpa e bone se ye nuanom enina de on tunsun beta akire se aban beta ka se on si hospital na man yire se me ta fe on si man ba osi ama Ghana fo ni na ti adenti na sese ye dream say enye yi esan sese want me anye ni na mpo na se mere so no ofura konwa no so a e da Ghana ni ne be san be di akonwa no so tanya MPP ni a CPP ni why LPG ni enye Ghana no mba be so enti sa wa ba na so obi so we si 111 oba we si bi a 60 of them a wo be sha free 1 and so be sha free 61 enye Ghana no ye ko yanim nti adenti ana mufra say mo bompa ye say enye yie just for political capital said the mobile say MPP unpopular and I don't get it whether you make MPP unpopular or you make it popular Ghana scan ye sha ade nu nti edru enema bi say I'm expecting say you be kasa say oman bapa you be kasa say Ghana ne yi politics na to nchen san say ye na ye ni mo mam ha no hwe uko district bi ya reho yet obit me oba kwa wo so a ye de no to bicycle so ye de na to kwan yet need no twa kwansin be nu kwansin be du answer na ko hospital this is what we are expecting Ghana 64 years into our independence na your mam ha no ye ni municipal bi to no oni hospital AF ana mo be ni yetu na yetimi anya politicians yetimi anya member of parliament me shebedwefo ya to abamo so nko gina ma ye yedie na wotimi aba be ye press conference wotimi agina akaseti ya say enye yie nti na enye yie no anye yie afaso be na abenya ana ye yie nso afaso be na abenya you see it is sad to hear people condemning this kind project amampani enya de magana fo eyare hosem
for mame
eyare hosem ti mesre se Ghana fo ni na fa on pa bonta amampani achi se sika no po bi ni ho no mo won mo pa se onyankopon ma ne nsa so na Ghana nya sika ne yede yentimi si hospital no san se on si hospital no enfa ni sika ngu no botum na mo Ghana fo den eyi edie ne yapomudin tia it those calling for doom to change their mindset san se na do obi a oka oye Nana Adodanko Akufo oka oye oka napko waye oka so be restore teacher training allowance or restore nurse training allowance or restore wo ka kire yen say dum so obetwam wo twadum so mu oka so be free SHS waye enti edebe mbio pa na minua LPG ni NDC fo person hu ansa na obetimi hu say na nado one district one hospital agenda 111 ebetimi abam say anye honhom ni a ewo mu no Mr. Trading upon say when you on free also. Don't form born in Chow.
Medas Abusia for Lawrence Kwasi entry NPP National Communications Team member and Oten and Kano. Wofa K Edway for New Plan Station Circle. No say fellow Ghanaians agenda 111 is better than one Zongo, one mortuary. Greetings Honorable Moses Abo and Colonel Damwa and Wadiaban. Mami Soja. Former President John Dramani Mahama Bapa Bimpa and MC Makane Dada and Kuma Foster Odiana so Makai Dada na or say Paulus said way for Kaswa American Town and was when you come to Awutu Senya East we are all calling for Madam Anita Love or Bo Emisa because she's a very hard working woman and she has a kind heart. Greetings the communication boss Nana Kofi and Kaswa want to me Paulus na the way buy also was showing live every Kentampo Mansie. And was say, please, the problems of this country today is some of the generally they think it's their party in power and the people are saying good things. You are always covering up. Hey, you're going to bro with them and Mr. Osan Fabre Bill. And I say, good afternoon, Biama. Please, my condolences to you and your family. May that say, Yamzi, I want you to know that some of us are not serial callers, but we contribute to your programs to set the record straight. Last 3 weeks on. In one of your interviews with the Honorable Aipe about the one who secured the loan for the construction of the Pokwasi interchange, he told you that it was former President Kufuor who contacted the loan from the African Development Bank before he left office. But when the NDC communicators come to your program, they say it's former President Mahama who left that loan for the construction of the Pokwasi. So don't let anybody come and lie to the listeners again. Your time too for your programs for 2 days in a week is not enough. I would therefore like to appeal to Father Dixon. Hey, Bram Pacho, Mr. Tai, William Pacho, Mr. Wa, Mr. Heya. Salamu alaikum, Mr. Tai, you're kind of so well noted. Salamu alaikum, who can do 111 hospitals in 1 year? Wow, this is magician talk. It's 419. Isa Edway, every and Sawam Zongo and Odebai. Auntie BIAMAH. How are you doing? By grace, I'm doing good. I believe that the President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo is making all efforts to contribute his time and wisdom to help the country to achieve what he has for the nation. So what former President Mahama is trying to say about Agenda 111 will definitely yield nothing good. The hospital projects will come on live and colored. Mami Gada, your funeral contribution will come to you. Isaac Theophilus Abekonyansa. Meda sepa wo de fitama ene ba yem. No what the act bill that makan wo de no positive change. The way Ephraim Madina and now the buy makan wo de no positive change. Kwame Antwi the way for new aplaku. It's time the public sector workers were told Ghana is fed up with their strikes. All they think about is pay increase. Their pay takes a large chunk out of the nation's total revenue receipt. Yet they have a rather lazy and lackadaisical approach to their work. They show total disregard to their work. Together with the politicians and past military regimes, they have since independence done the nation more harm than good. Not to mention corruption. If the public sector workers know any shame, they should never mention the word strike, but learn from the hardworking private sector employees and workers who together constitute the real pillars of the nation, Ghana. Kwame Antwi new aplaku and Waduwei Efri Ebaye. Munkaila Jonah said the year carry. And also Mahama has started building false hopes that they won't go to court in 2024. Of course, they won't go to court because the results alone would demoralize them as they will lose miserably. They are building the 111 hospitals at ease to guarantee our tickets to breaking the 8. Mahama knows that we still haven't forgotten his doom. So IMF-driven economy, Baz branding, government official one, reckless talks like I'm not a magician to give you jobs. Ghanaians are enjoying free SHS, school feeding, 1D, 1F. Nana Ekuya Moa Boateng and also Ediway and Nam. Was good afternoon, BMZ1. The agenda one is scaring Mahama and it is giving him sleepless night. Greetings to Chairman Frank Akwasi Debra, incoming MC for Ablekuma Central. Nana Ekuya Moa Boateng Meda Sepa Esawode Ebai. Nana Kwame Opasco Zamuna say watching you live from Michael Asay Boateng with Michael Asay Boateng Pope, incoming MPP National Youth Boss. In fact, Agenda 111, the Assembly, it has become the new nightmare for JDM and the NDC. Greetings to Honorable Alexander Kwamena Afenyo Markin on also so Edie and on Inshaba Anelka or the way for Sherman constituency. And also good afternoon, Mami Soja. Last 2 days was a historic day at Trede in the Ashanti region when the President Nana Akufo-Addo, aka Nana Gagai, cut the sword for the Agenda 111 District Hospital. This shows we have a good leader who can send Ghana to the promised land. Special greetings to Honorable Alhaji Labaran Yakubu Onone Diem and Onobiamzi. Please tell the LPG national organizer to address the issue on board and stop the propaganda and lies in the studios. Greetings to Salam Mustafa and Nana B. Abele Edway Finungwa and Ode Ebaye. Mr. Kedway Efri and Sawam Adwejri. And was a good afternoon to you, Mami BIAMAH. Ghanaians are skeptical because the unfulfilled numerous promises made by the Nanado Dr. Baumia-led government, just to mention a few. One Ghanaian, one bank account failed, one CCTV camera, one police station failed, making Accra the cleanest city failed. Honorable Kwakwaji Mamenu must resign and should be prosecuted for causing financial loss to the state by breaching procurement laws. Nanado is the real definition of insensitivity. You asked Ghanaians to tighten our belts while you and your appointees have increased your salaries astronomically without thinking about the well-being of Ghanaians. No matter how long it takes, a stammerer will surely mention his or her name. Mamefa, more messages to no answer, no more answer. Yeah, my memory also na yenshe. Ebinomu ewo idea be ese. They say we share said there a memo na akwakwaya no a obi ba no wo she bi ase a. The next ofiri ho no mko the next person obeba no ontimi ento aso e ma ne nyeyi. Mia many year again former president John Ejekum Kufuor affordable house no sha ase ewo New Jabin South wo baby. Ohwe adan ye gu nwuram enkotre ni nkura eni nkusie ni awowo e na afadan no. Enye say adan fu adan yatum se si ho no mo a ye wie na si ho no mo anka dan ne be home pa. Eja nyina gu nwuram. Ebe ya appropriate say aban bi aba ohwe na ni so adom fie 9 ye de be ma wo di fie 9 ntam de obetimi aye no. No aye. Aye fie 9 ni duru a na Ghana fo agina so no mde abu aten so mbesa ato ama obi mo no to ma wo a no asa ato aso. Ya no so fie 9 ntam no de ne obeye esiwe ne so ye ne saa ebeboa omeyi considering the agenda 111 at this moment. Okay.
But answer number 2, mamenti I misunderstanding by.
Okay.
By no now, I'm saying first of all, opinion entry. This is the first time I share.
Okay.
Traffic being no man, which is, I mean, sometimes it happens to you. But when Transon can say anonymous EB, I just say they don't keep to time, don't keep to 2 years. For 130 number. What I'm trying to say is, me buy no na who year program na say if you move be a year, offer some trust one.
Yeah.
And
so psychologically,
after all that interview, doctor, I'm a baby can say media for a year. Mojuma aye din this year. Imo making reference technically you may be the first estate of the realm instead of the form. And I can say sa media kroya na page 28 of Ajapadia, men can say Ajapadia no. Yes, stating no me can't say this photocopy is blurred, but this is the your friend is saying the original version soft copy. No? And even from the blurred, I can read it to you. Say this is what is written there, page 28. Or say, oh, what you see, okay, my family one and I said, I'm copy. May say it is an Achimkoko scheme to skill not national resource. Exactly what I'm telling you. That is the document. May say, whoopia member of soft copy. May say a buyer. Oh, you will not let me explain myself to you.
What you are saying is not true. They are all Canadian. Why for people be and you just want to it's an attempt to no it's attempt to degrade the Achims. That's what we are trying to tell you.
It is not the case. They are degrading.
What from that book? What is the source of it? Is that a matter
and I'm telling you that the source.
When the document we don't allow you to use this thing here. What is it for? What is it for?
Where
Busano, diabolic.
Your first page,
Said they.
Because where anybody at all can sit down and then put this thing.
Exactly.
Say Obiko ye bibina say the tape so cry your born and you say you one. Until you can take it as one of those things. But
what was your motivation to bring this one to the studio? What was motivation to bring this one? This is not a matter for discussion. Why do you bring this one to come and degrade at all? Where from the source of this? What is the source of this particular book? What are you talking about? What am I doing? You can't stop saying that degrade at things. What do you mean by that?
To you the motivations for that particular code.
Meba, who say Oforiata and now ordinary assassins.
Obi nso betumi actually okay, let's assume. Nyabutela. I gave a document the MPA. You see, he knows it all. He knows about this document. Somebody may say, you cannot say you will not allow me. I am going to use it. I am going to use it. It is high time we visited this particular document. It is high time because the agenda in it has been executed to the letter.
Look, you see, what makes this document an authentic something?
Mame. So one can say obedient the yatra shase.
Who's Oforiata bidin? I don't know which Oforiata.
Yo, media Sanka who read forward, you understand who wrote the forward. Nipa no throw forward no. Ni din na was no.
Oforiata no.
Forward na yatra no. If you read it. But you see, why don't you want me to correct you with the aspersions that you were casting against me? You see,
how authentic
this is the second time you are saying that I'm a drunkard. For your information, me, I don't drink. But I'm saying that I am telling you that you cannot say you will not allow me because I'm still going ahead. What I'm trying to tell you is that, but you see, you had your time. You had your time. You cannot say you will not allow because I'm going ahead.
What? You know what?
You see, why you did not understand is that when we spoke...
Yao, Wadaroma, where from this document? Because me know how authentic it is.
Yo, document we, Elikiye, right?
From when?
And, I think way back about the early periods of those first Elikiye, but they denied it. They denied it. I say, and I said, but you see, me buy, you know, now in some interview on a doctor in a year, a media form. And I make us a media for a year.
That's here, the fourth estate of the realm of
and one sooner, pass that document where me kurano allegedly look, what is that? Please respect yourself, okay? Respect yourself. You have told me I'm drunk and I have not said anything. You see what you see? Me, do I know him? I don't know him. I have never met him. What I'm trying to tell you is that I drew my... You see, you were late in the first place. You see, I'm listening to the host.
For peace to prevail. Entry, Mpacho. Yeah, Mr. For peace to prevail. Put this paper aside.
Okay,
I beg you.
Mamia.
Because my name how authentic it is.
Mamia, this paper is here. This document is here. Right? And me say, we did not come to discuss this document. And indeed, I'm not discussing documents.
Please don't refer to it, I beg you.
That is where he's missing the point. What were you late? Into my submission, I may know if you more my media phone. And I make us a media for your more common no man, because and I said that time I'm sorry, one. Some media croya and as in Crawford or more repealed suppression of media or more essay back to suppress the media by closing certain stations. And that on page 28 of this document, STT say, they make the elaborate, Master, don't worry me. Do not worry me. Do not worry me. Please, let him land. You see, you are not a serious person. I'm telling you. I am not personalizing it. I am not personalizing it. You see, look, you see, you know about this document. I am saying that.
Me pacho bebre. On personalizing anything. Me pacho, please, can you listen to me? Me pacho muntie me. Me pacho muntie me.
Look, you understand it very. After you don't understand it.
From this water,
you do not understand it. I am not discussing document.
No. Don't you know what led to the closure of some of the
what is the issue?
Is that a matter on
what were the issues?
And why you bring this? Is perhaps, with due respect to them, Africa's curse. The day the African politician realizes that the occupation of political office and political space is one of servant leadership, that is the day Africa will begin to move in the right direction. The day the African politician realizes that the occupation of public space and public office is an honor and a privilege, that is the day Africa begins to move in the right direction. The day the African politician recognizes that the occupation of office is not one for the privatization of public wealth, that is the day Africa will begin to move in the right direction. The day the African politician recognizes that they do not have the monopoly of wisdom, that is the day that Africa will begin to move in the right direction. The day the African politician realizes that longevity in office is not the solution to African problems, that is the day Africa begins to realize the potential. The day that the African politician begins to remember that the electoral vote is a charge for them to deliver on health, on agriculture and education, that is the day Africa will begin to know her place in the world. The day the African politician is liberated from the chains of greed, that is the day that Africa will realize her potential. And I say all that because it is not lost on me that one of the reasons why Africa cannot unite is because we have become so used as politicians in Africa to our little countries where we are treated like demigods. And because we too, we who are the led, we have treated our leaders as demigods for too long, and they now are conditioned to believe that they are gods.
There's a whole chapter on media freedom. Unfortunately, even when you have the best constitution, you can have governments that try to bend it to be able to achieve whatever ends they have in terms of limiting our democratic rights. So today, government can say that the radio station has been late in paying its license fee, and so we're shutting you down. When I talk about it because of the precedence it can set, because the shoe can be on the other foot the next thing. And in tree, I don't know how we say it in our language, but they say the stick that they used to beat Ban is the same stick they used to beat the chief. It says, Abaya Depo, teaching up, and one year the Ban. So the stations you don't like, you can close them down today. When another government comes and it decides to do the same thing to the stations they don't like to, what kind of country would we be building? And so I say this to you because you are the moral voices of our society. And it must not be us alone talking. The civil society organizations, the traditional rulers must all be seen to be pointing out where government is going wrong. I pointed out this as one of the major tragedies of this administration, which is intangible, is the fact that our institutions are being bastardized. And as the institutions are bastardized, people don't see any future in terms of what opportunities are available for them.
Yeah, Busian for 100.9 FM 19 was so egwa. Otieno Minianum Lawrence was CNC or NPP National Communications team member and a Yao Astanitano. Ono so ye LPG national organizer panyemi no ene na wie ye no mo ehwe enkomo yaw na una na wo floor ntimpacho so man bonita umame na free ho
LPG ya massive media agro we are building a formidable party to ensure say that chinka na for beji yedi na omo ato aba amaye pacho asema make can say na ye ba ha no discussion been a course and I'm making reference say media yi de mu komo nyina yi na aban bi baye no be repeal criminal libel law ne sam no mo ni map ke bi ma menka bia na me so mete ha meka bi ye nyina ye nya bia ye ka na so the same aban no other partner aba anase ne branch aba we sign at the sa asem ya ye wura mahama okan aba betudwa close media houses bi mo na document bi a me nim a me hu se ya tworo wo mu se elaborate plan for the media fraternity. Omo list media houses ye be close and I said media houses are ya close ye na yet your member ye nim. Why must that happen to more and that was one aspect of the whole issue I discussed. The second aspect, my repeat but for the sake of and I can't say the mistake the people made was the refusal to vote against Alan Martin in the last premise. They are not the same at all. Indeed, that is the point I wanted to make. But substantive issue, I would by continuation of projects. Many are paying a casa no 3 points. Na in some suya or can say la senior FA 111 a Bambia is holding the land of this country. Plus for the chiefs are more or less custodians of the land. Inti omampanyini bia sore ko omman bi mu ana mantem bi no se me pasase aye we ya. The possibility say ohene beka say there be no it's just less than 0.111%. En maso. Omampanyini na do danko for proclaiming the issue of one district one factory. People within the regions they started a handful. They started saying, say, you was a civil higher bema, so and so, etc. May agenda 111, meaning say, and I said, my king can say, Western North, I want me free session. I'm young point, being a best at 9. Sadia way bass, but I was using precedents of various promises regarding infrastructure. amaso. A been 354 new fresh SHS starting from scratch. Amaso. And many myriads of promises of this administration amaso. And no enema me doubting. Right? And the 18 months to complete 111 specialized, district and regional hospitals and specialized, and no so many women here because 5 years a term now previous government projects was a previous government projects are a concern health a guram one first can necessarily de beya sa agenda we and fan to us magana for young June this and na and I say MPP buy no omo an hwe fa an hwe bunkum taxpayers ni sika ya de share projects asia ye nwie ye no wa ye mani nyina kosi as we speak they keep on telling us those projects where they have agitated over the country for 5 years no they are in various stages of completion. Sincerely speaking, those projects, yes, we knew that they were in various stages of completion before the previous administration left. So I am speaking on behalf of the taxpayer, say. I am speaking for my party, say. Sir, like a Jessica attitude and lukewarm attitude, say, somebody did it. So I will not continue. No? We should stop it. Opinion chairman Sabosu. And some no can. Anka sabe. Obibiara na adwene eda ho fan no. But you see, you know that these people, they have gone through this mill. They don't do what they say. The Euro say it is high time we stopped that particular cancer. Laudable. But it will not work. Because the moment another down Kwakufuado or the Obeka se to a project we are Mahama for instance, phase 2 of University of Ghana Medical Center. Obeka se bia or twice. Ya beba say, hey, Monya Modie. Monsha Modie as a project that will come from the NDC. The NDC so wo na say for project or ujaye. So kaso beto aso ombeka say hey mobile no mo money project bia monya medie forgetting say it is the taxpayers money, not your mother's money, not your father's money, no, not a family money. It is the taxpayers. We contribute every damn Harry and Jerry contribute in this country in terms of taxes. So the government is the biggest spender in terms of ensuring say development effort ebekoso. Na say NPP abako projects almost shasi almost to me and now say NPP back. And what did we expect? Completion of those projects. On my paying for the projects 1 year a good in Europe, our board bisono. Affordable housing. NDC buying. They made us know to understand. They published it. Say, I remember my good friend Ufosukwachi very well, Felix. I say those projects, the people involved, that is the NPP administration, had allocated it to themselves and their drivers and their house girls. More drivers, Mudini no man that. Until when they went through in terms of review, and yeah, they complete that project without remembering. Was it in the name of the government? I did a year government project a year for the taxpayers. Say, or more year Juma, a BO current no at the end of this, a bit me I need to cry any or more and Hosa. No, almost say the NPP had allocated it to themselves, and now or more board council a guso until they were not going to go into a project like that. And pampa. 16, 20 years ni omanka sa no mani nyina gudum ama taxpayers no esika no akwagiagu omanpani mahama baye with under NDC ono so baye instead of a friend saying completing those ones as I was saying omanko chef for us into a government and a personality that like Nado Danko Kufuor. What we expected from you was that look me hwe ni fa me hwe bonkum because me sebe me nyo hiani na me ba betra konwa so I have never been poor, I've never been corrupted. And for that matter, I'll ensure that whatever I do will inure to the benefit of the taxpayer. Indeed, the best thing you do is complete your own party's projects. The dualization of Accra Kumasi, the affordable housing that you see, many projects, even health facilities, are on Mampeni Kufosi, a big Guludam still. They did not mind. Or be catch and say, the Confanochi Teaching Hospital extension, 54 years from a champion's term, will be incomplete. The embassy and said 30 years to date of reintroduction of democracy. It is you and NDC and Amatraso. So why do you, spite the taxpayers, say taxpayers will be Bunikwasia and to say, so well, be 54 years. It means that there's something wrong with the system. It's a better property say. Who are buying a billion to say, who 4 years. The projects are completed within 4 years, That is why that is why there is the need for the National Development Plan. And indeed, the previous administration under MAAME, Mills rather, instituted or commissioned the NDPC to come out with a 40-year development plan. I was part of the people who were touring the regions to solicit for views from the chiefs, students, farmers, everybody within all the regions at the time. I was part of it. Now, coalition that or whatever the various regions wanted, farming, housing, everything, transportation, railway, etc. After that, time you call all rounds, the government then paid for a drone to come and survey this country. Until the design of the country was, a prototype of it was even displayed when we were going around. And indeed, every party had a representation. Time a year call round, NPP for Kahumbi. I was their representative. We were two. One is late, right? Until we have done all this. And now don't go Kufuado, His Excellency, and the NDPC co-presented at the Parliament. They did everything, and then they brought you the document to your house. I mean, the presidency. Then the senior minister, say we should make it a framework. Do you know what that means? The moment we make it a framework, anybody can just throw you somewhere and do what they want. Now the document has been thrown somewhere. A car, taxpayers now bono. It has been thrown somewhere, and they have commissioned the NDPC to do something else for 2 years or whatever it is. And they say, that's why yes, our project 40 years. You know what they were saying at the time? 40 years na does do. And yes, I be better no 40 years. Who be 8 years? So your manifesto will be drawn from that particular document. This is what we are saying, and we are being objective about all these things. The NPP Mecca, the NDC Mecca. I will never sit anywhere. No, my say your friend say paperless NDC ni baby work, and I say digitalization NDP ni baby NDC ni baby work, and I say tamale flyover NPP ni NDC ni baby. No, but the right must be set as an opposition leader to ensure say me ka asem no krono akire etiefo said the beya. Yes, you can see a bad. They can hold us accountable to our word. And I'm saying, say, San Woman, ye jagu e yudabuno. Ghana from Babuno, yan sorry waka. And when you pa, that the reason for the hindrance of development, the biggest, I am for war, Mamuna. The reason is, I am for be anywhere, sir, projects in more echo. A be anywhere near or he be in fact, I am for our impetuous before politicians. When you say be as they say, politics are not relegating and chiefs to the background. Exactly the case. Exactly the case. But you see, they must stand up to the test. Because maybe the government when our power, they be or he be project be and you completed the Shenguram or calling the attention of the government. Say be a mumra mission where yes, yeah, we opposition. Exactly the case. And I say, there must be resolute. The chief, they have their whatever National House of Chiefs. Oman Classian defending Omania. Dachi Emumba Bruno. What I'm simply saying is that Obianiwa, like I said, I am for our persuasion as a politician. Into Obianiwa, a is a project in any persuasion. The Obi Air Bawa Becati soda, catch them and say, Open and say, 1 year, a dear woman had that. My woman, you will not get projects. So be it. The moment politicians will learn better and do the right thing for the people. And yes, you better on politicians or more the way they are doing. I think that we are going the wrong way. Meda say yawa sanitano and oten kana entry. Memra so say agenda 111 no. Ye nya sika free ye kofa sika wo hene dia babe. Yes, thank you. When you buy so the entry, me for entry man enye wa yi. Sabi this year no. Me this year pon. Ma chi ba pe what dey kwa me entry. Oni bibi. Minua bema. Asa bibi. Nka national organizer political party ye kwa batu mu a. Even rejected ballot population your party. And I'm expecting to say, about better than watch the party and it's what you want.
Ghana for what me say bia.
I say a business of the day I did what eto na
I am also building a point.
Don't mean sign ho no be kan party as.
Me build a point no. That person wa ban eba o party ba power. Nti ka obefa sa kwanya so no watch the solution to the problem. And say me no time this year you can political party popularity. Rejected ballot popular in your party. Now better na okasa ma manyuku bi say what yakoria bi so ma wa ho say we manyuku bi ni ya ene na maintenance here. He has a work to do. He has a responsibility to ensure so better on the party. Now onya that propaganda na oil. And I make catch no kwen the
propaganda we.
Now what make catch himself so kwa catch o pray said President Kufo affordable houses no buy and the entire one year say na ya chicha ma NDC MPP drivers and ministers. What stopped the government those days to ensure say we na buying what the driver be kura na enye it meji the man of mine. What stopped them? Why do you say this? And because of that no we are happy say on one year san say o kasi MPP for chicha ma drivers. No, I'm coming. I'm building my point. Hold on. The better maker. You don't understand me. No, you understand. And the question say yes. I'm way into a so. Ghana scan the year drop at the BIAMAH man. So I might be here, never do baby, as I might be there to us. What I say, but value for money. And then the need for the people around that community is also crucial. Then can say you prioritize it. That at this point in before when they hear on power. You say the council the demand is always higher than supply. And I'm a boy. Said the TBR into me just can at the time because government has a lot of commitment. From into government to prioritize your agenda or projects. Now one after the other. Because every sector of the economy no abandon so to me on second home. Into health sector and they can want some more. President Mahama Shebibiase. Gan South of Gan is Adenta Hospital. President Mahama shall say MPP by Yabewi. The rampon in the central region hospital, Mahama shall say Yabai Bewi. Legon Medical Center, on shall say Yabai Yababewi. Tepa Hospital, on shall say Yabai Yababewi. And I'm a lot more. And that tells you said this government who say Abansi Kana Mahama shall say in TSSA de Metuasunami. Not just say the other areas I can say once you hear no abanin your home. As a band your home be an ameboa. Into a man goes all year near a man be shall see a 1 2 1 and 1 could do baby went to all to us. Other areas now went me and so. A man said this on super scout baby day. What the best said you medianum. And ameboa. Into a band to an among and yes, cast all the chassis. You cannot they shed manasia 1 year and yes, sir, me yes. You ask me where will you get for the money? Yet to remember Hanum, Anna NDC could secure $200 million. Is it million or billion US for affordable houses of 500 housing units? Me 200 million US for 5,000. 5,000 at the end of the day in 1,105. That's the Canasa.
1,300.
And that's the Canada asa. Anameboa, this can unkunyawe. This can unkunyawe. The same question, Anna NDC John Dramani Mahama and the Obusa said, you benye sikano way any of the ISA hospitals. No. Obusa said another down for Benyescano the free SHS. Where Musana? He asked. But someone another to me here free SHS in the Jan and Nasono. Or no baby Jina Hose or bar free HSS no Trombeshamukina. You see, Odupana all Konoquano, so only baby a ufi. And only baby a okwa, only Raquem. He knows Ghanaians has given him the mandate to ensure, say, obey near my didn't put over Ghana Brabum. And I wash us here. But he may declare the source of funding and say he has been able to secure $100 million. And I'm what a start. That tells you, say, only baby a bench scared at the FE. I told me the media, the American say, a dear my Ghana for the Kadiasa Ghana for can say, oh, Yanko Poma Papa hoarding. What you say? Na baby biara Ghana ni ye benye sikari eseduma and say you can want them. We don't sit and question where will you get the money from. Aban bay
asa aban no so e de ebase bia ye the 100 million ye de e chassis e free e ho e kono an we ni e be fa so ye benye sika e de awramu Beba ye tu mreni akyere sie. Ye kan say National Cathedral ye ba besi. Ye tete say private person be na AC. Afi wi akyere ne ye say wa obenya no contribute 100 Ghana cedis monthly never support. Eti ye pese ye hu say bia aban ahyase de ABCC hospitals e de amaye obi e no no masabe o chief asempa kodo. Eti kwan we na aban ne be fa so a obenya sika e de aye project na ye bisa we multiple paya na
you see every project we are your first phase, second phase, second, third phase. Government is
but when
the government is responsible to brief Ghanaians as and when the need arises. And first phase in the government and what me am actually the what would go into the matter, go into the project. And say you secure $100 million to start the project. I don't think the government.
But one can say be 100 million. You DC 5 hospitals. You DC be 10.
Or catch the or to me catch the Ghana for say the 111 no hospitals no. All of them will be completed in what 18 months. That's it. And to say it never be 18 months.
I want so clear because I mean say be a baku be a and be 18 months and it be and now say Nina
or sending air started simultaneously.
Okay.
What you say? Into that seed money no sky they shall see. Now them. That is what the president said. He said we are starting.
Okay.
Until to be completed in 18 months.
Okay.
That is all things being equal.
Okay.
You can't say any pay. 2020, the president declared the year of rose.
Yeah.
And so you know to remember how many area could you way ever to and to never be intimacy. You know, president wait me account, but all things are being equal. And the empire want to say yes, sky there shall here. You have a first phase, second phase, where it will go. Meanwhile, want to say you have one pie say bit me about. Sans say on numnia oh yeah, and can on shed mediana. Sans or can and yana. Okay, actually. Until now, so then you see them, and I'm a boy. Until why? What is their beef about? Say, any ne bin more domain on home, and you say, I don't get it. Say, oh, domain who say you see hospital now. I'm a Ghana for Obekun. Yes, see hospital need to be my Ghana for Oberborn some. No, then I'll be near film. And only me how I move. That is me, man, worried. And yes, I be our own casa bana called this sika. The Sikana according wedi. One fine judgment, a ban should account for. A banning woman stretch it out so bet me sky and put Mama Ghana and also cook up. I want to be that. And he said, no, day. That is why I am disturbed about NDC and LPG members are on against this project. What you are national organizer, you are against it. What Mr. Obon and some man? There's all doubting so bit on to me.
Hey, Jimmy, be soon to a man of cancer. Previous one now or say, and
I'm here. National Cathedral, my main country. Munti any year. Building National Cathedral, Abana and Casagana mine NAC National Cathedral.
Oh no,
or say only Christian fraternity nation. No government but facilitate. What you say? I'm on when ya at me said down at the ashet Yamiko and and the government rule place so everything secure land amount. Sell land, don't mean and free of charge. It's easy to acquire that land. Won't mean no. Government and said Ghana forced to read that identity of Ghana Sika and the Akwakosi National Cathedral. And the better just and Ghana Sika near the Kwakosi. What you say? Name woman Timamophonia Christopher. I want some be the babu amount known and others who babu say the best thing Yankopon saw the other share. Yes, and to a say or shall Yankopon boss so besi a sorry down back.
Why is it not coming from his own pocket? Because no was
so or can say so Yankopon money di akunyanwa obesi a sorry down at the share. Oh, on can send people. Missing was it on the obey president here. Obebua no sidan amonya. Yes, and on our you know. What you say? No. What are you talking about? Ayaudia. 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 Me busa say oh wait. Don't go there. That's body ban I am saying yes sidan amonya. Ghana okotu kwan ko ba bia. Je wo so mienu no o mam hanom. It's a Ghana is the greatest ones. I can see a Christian and Muslim. And I'm a boy. Now, say, you're Chrome Hanum, you're Muslim for. And your man in the Sima. And your own Muslim for no one, some individuals, groups be eboa ya ne chief man watimi asi mosque kese
national mosque
ewo hanom meboa
and omo an ekwa
meba you can't tell me say government and I say the president sitting president and I say on shall see then time John Dramani Mahama time president Mahano on one moi say sorry na see every president you obia eboa bi
meba abase bia wo ye MP before be ye MP no e na aka che nyankopɔ sɛ awurade sɛ oboa ma be di MP a besi aso dan ake nyame aye wadom wa ba be di M nyankopɔ so de o hye ne boss ade na ejaye wo be ya ma o se sia so that wo be di o boss no eti nyame ya wadom be ye MP wie no aka sɛ obesi aso dan no e de ada na se you have to levy your constituents
me ba mcho o tu ho se sie that also kwa a project o krum na say we MP won so me do MP make me MP na say o ka kire o manfo na say o ka kire nyamfe say me ye bibi ama me manfo a woni mpe fe say wo as MP no akatua no we as a project intimi but we be use wo office e dey alobi apɛ mwa every baby e dey akwakoboa ama sa dey na baso in the same way na do share bo enti na do no nso o te won ma stream poso be boa me esinyame aso da no ono nso use no office or the bebo alobi ma won nsem wo bi etimi aboa ma nyakopon nidaso na se da yo so a waso no ebetimi ye den abam na nye se okwako fasika e wo national conference se odekwako si sa do na etita mo be yes appeal say bi a Ghana ni bi amwa na entu han wan ka say e compulsory enye tax wo bi na wo di nyame tom na wo di nyame di na feel say ese si dan ma nyankopon a 200 Ghana.
Medase.
Ana mewa. We boni be no waye.
Medase wrap up mama, wrap up.
Enti the American na say. Ghana fo ni na nya hotoso na na adodan kwakufu adum.
Okay.
San say obi a oka oye. Oye generational thinker o wani swadi hu. Waka waye na obi a wakukuduro. Enti project bi obema so bia na abon this fo hu. Na afi won frase e kasa. Ena me no kasa yi. Enche bia in fear 18 months and 1 year 6 months in beduno aduro be chi NDC fo bi okrum ha on be twa won ho aka say there even hospitals na do esi ne kura no on be biem ama helicopter abelande wo ho esan say won ka kire in pray say free churches enya adwuma e be ye adwuma wie ye no John Dramani Mahama ni NDC fo no a on ka say enya yie no on be ka kire yen say on be yeto abama won on be biem dia ko private secondary schools.
Medase pa NPP National Communications Team member Lawrence kwesi entry na hotel en kano. Ya wasani tan no bacho wrap up man.
Wrap up na me pese menu entry oti ase say. Na sem no kan me gibutu mu pa. The sport ballot kura ye party Liberal Party of Ghana no. The numbers no endru. Metenase. Kanso na metenase pa say even kurapo no boxes are almost staff ya omode wi election mu no. Ye numbers na so endru eno meti ase pa right and na me better hands no mechanic pain say LPG is not here to joke. We are not doing anybody's bidding. Nti the NPP be ya be eye no ye beka the NDC so aya enye no ye beka the Yewrajo Mahama na pra wo bodi obe ya enye anasa se bo beka emfa kwam no ye beka. What I'm trying to say is say o try no bo send bi so na ade no wunnim you don't have evidence say makwako hu UGMC first one kurapo no. It was not completed though. As we speak, I can testify, say, the phase 1 is still going on. If you were rank one, because now assembly air course. So I took advantage to visit a doctor friend. And I'm a what was going. The Israelis are still there. They are working as I speak. But phase 2, no. Right? And you don't come and sit here now about hospitals, no man. Yambra, cathedral, ya okay. So. Say, me ma promising
about 10 seconds to
me promising a message say o ma me this year and I say be a MP me Messi asori da amawa a promise, a vow between me and God. And when the issue came out, you know, Nadu came out to, as it were, allay the fears of Ghanaians. Say, and yet taxpayers can ye de kwakoye. Now you only bow on Yankupom a share pam mokoye, inti only sika and no debesian. But I need some and no busa a honobuye. Now also if you have a black central. Na se opeso be DMP na woni Nyankopon kwa pam se o ma me wani MP ya Messi ayi asori amawa na se nyame aboa wa ma woni a wosimi ko bubu ablekuma ayi district assembly na me dia be si friend say asori am Nyankopon sa ne ye no na wa ma na nso ho kurapo wa ma na nso ho na wusa kan se wusa kechi ablekuma fo se obi antua bio na me ade me ntumi nya na me ho akyere me it is a metra ha ento futro ngu we are very wide
Madam nyina sesa butime ya ba ye Lawrence kwasi antwie na afa ya Asanita no LPG national organizer Omo na bebo ayen e man komotwetwe na ye de ehyehyɛ so mo amutimi de messages ba ye oh kana wu mu amofrɛ me da mo asɛm eme ya sɛ mo antimi ye ntimi amie phone lines na ama mo na mo amfa ma dwenkyerɛ ama esra mo anyame ya adoma bato se
maye sɛ omo so omo boa yen
bato man kɔtwene me
Mona management asemaye sebe yen party omo let me say your ballot endru sport ballot
and they say your secret
because
every Ghanaian knows this.
It is how you put your case out into the mass power kwenya.
Yes, so yeah, that's